Hey, what is up, everybody? Happy spooky season, okay? This is a Tribe Tea segment. If you guys don't know what that is when you guys, the tribe, send me in your stories. We can key, give advice, all that jazz. And if you are watching on YouTube, this is like a mega stream, okay? And if you are one of those people who are scared of scary stories, I will have a timestamp over here so that you could skip or leave once it gets to that, because on the live, I'm going to be doing normal stories first and then the scary at the end. So you guys can, skedaddle if you like. Shout out to you for following me on Twitch. If you guys don't know, I go live on Twitch with these segments. Here, I'm going to put the chat on the screen. So if you guys want to be in the live chat and stuff like that, you have to be on Twitch. Shout out to all y'all, the Twitch fam. But it will still be on YouTube. So
unity is so important. I sent your zodiac sign, put it in the chat, guys. Okay, with love, we gotta have a little reality check real quick. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you at the end of the day.
What is up, Voodoo Tribe? It's your girl Naja here, and I am back with another Tribe Tea segment. I hope you guys enjoyed the 4-hour stream from last week. I really want to do more of these longer streams for all of my people that are like at work, working out, or on a road trip, you're on a flight. Like, I just love having these very, very long streams and you guys telling me what you're doing while you're watching them. Now, these are live on Twitch. So if you want to be in the live chat, you will have to find me on Twitch at She's the Voodoo Child. We do Tribe Teas 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, not 11 p.m., okay? Now, this is a live stream. There is a live chat, so sometimes we may have a little hiccups here and there, okay? So be gracious. This stream, if you're watching on YouTube, shout out to the YouTube chats. Shout out to y'all. You want to say hey to YouTube. Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, again, if you want to be in the live, if you want your live comments on here, you have to go on Twitch. This is not a dual stream, okay? This is an old stream. Shout out to YouTube. But you guys are more than welcome to comment your advice and your suggestions in the comments. That's why I put them on YouTube still, regardless, because I know that's like the whole point of Tribe Tea is to get the most advice that you can. Full disclosure, I'm just getting over a little bit of a sickness. So the second half of this 4-hour stream, if you're watching on YouTube, will be an older clip from earlier in the week. Because girl, it's a lot. I'm talking, I couldn't even do a Tribe Tea yesterday. We did Tribe Reacts on Twitch. So if you want to see us react to TikTok videos and stuff, you can go and see that there. But yeah, just trying to get all the questions out the way, because there were a few questions last week of what the heck is going on. Will we still be going live on Wednesdays? Of course. Like, everything will be the same. It's just gonna be longer. Everything's just gonna be longer, and some people like it. A lot of people like it. I didn't expect y'all to like it, because me personally, I don't really like watching things for too long, but a lot of y'all do, so it works out. So today we have 4 stories, okay, and they're sent in by some people who are OG tribe members. At least 3 of them are OG tribe members, and the first one is the title story. It's called My Creepy Ass Coworker, okay. And the second one is My BFF of 11 years ghosted me over a month. That is a long time. Okay. The third one is Why Are Haitian Aunties Like This? Girl, I don't know. And the last one is just called Crazy Ass Story. Okay. Not Crazy Ass Story, child. But all right, let me get my my Gatorade, my water. The first story does low-key sound like an HR complaint. Mm. Tell me, get your coins. Y'all are so funny. Well, I'm just gonna hop right into this because I told y'all I'm feeling a little under the weather. I can't really shoot the shit like I would like. So this story was sent in by an OG tribe member. Super cool. She sent in a lot of stories. I know you're watching out in the ether. Hopefully, I fuck with you heavy. Um, they said, "Hey boo, I hope you're well, girl." I've been binge watching your tribe teas, and I saw an old story about a creepy coworker, and I'm currently going through that. I just want to know, did I lead him on, or am I just reading too much into this? Girl, look. Nowadays, people think you leading people on just by being nice, so I don't know, you know? So my coworker, I'll call him A, got hired about 6 months ago for maintenance at a hotel I work at. I talked to him his first day, and we were getting to know each other at lunch, and he's the type of person, girl, your choice of words, oh my Lord. She said he is the type of person to have diarrhea of the mouth and spew all his personal problems. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, damn, that's crazy. When I tell you, when I first read that, I thought she was about to say he just be spewing out diarrhea. And I was just about to be like, girl, why are you messing with this man who's squirting out his butt all day? No shade to any of my IBS girls, but man, that's a hell of a first impression. But yeah, you're in just in time. We're still on the first story. So we build a friendship. He's a funny, cool guy, and he gets along with everyone and makes work fun. But the moment I had a problem with him was when he would come find me while I'm cleaning rooms, and he would come into that room and try talking to me. It was innocent, but me being a woman, I'm already on edge. So I was very dry with him, and I would turn my back to him when he would come in and do that. So he would just get the point that I'm uncomfortable and busy. Well, I guess he doesn't get social cues very well because he'll just be standing over there having a convo with himself. What? So basically, if she is the maid or whatever, or room service, right? If she room service and you're cleaning a hotel room by yourself, and this man who's supposed to be, what is he supposed to be doing? The janitor? Isn't that what you say? He's supposed to be cleaning up? Yeah, he's supposed to be cleaning up his damn self. So you're in the room by yourself with him. That's already sus. Like, I would have, how somebody said the title sound HR is what. I really would have went to HR. I would have been like, look, I'm a girl and he's up in here. I really don't want, like, if I'm cleaning the room, I need to be by myself. Period. I was too nervous to confront him, but he kept doing it over and over and over. And I just had this icky feeling about every time he would come in the room. I always trust my gut. So I asked my other coworker, a close coworker of mine, and their friends if he does that with them, and they said no. So I expressed how it made me uncomfortable, and they just brushed it off saying, look, he's cool, and he's not like that. Look, I don't know, bruh. L coworkers, I would have went to HR. Mm-mm. I just don't understand the whole they didn't do it to me, so therefore it can never happen mentality with people. Because it's like, shouldn't it be even more weird? Thank you. Red flag on the play. Shouldn't it be even more weird that if he doesn't do that to y'all? Like, very. That's how people get away with stuff in the workplace. So I get invited to dinner and drinks by my coworker friends. Girl, I would have said no. I wouldn't even have liked them after that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would have been like, I don't even want to go anymore. Sorry. So I get picked up, and before we get to the restaurant, they were mentioning if A was already there or not. And I'm in the back seat rolling my eyes like, damn, I didn't know he was coming. I would have known straight up that he was coming because it's obvious everybody else like him but you. So I mentally prepare myself to interact with this man and have fun, but keep him in check because I don't want him thinking that I like him. Dinner was fine. Me and my funny coworker decided to go and smoke, which I did not partake in. And I'm already worried because I know they'll be crossfaded, but I'm just going with the flow of the time. See, Brad, I don't like this because it's like y'all know that I feel uncomfortable around this man. Y'all set me up to be around him. Then you're getting inebriated. So now if anything happens, I have no backup, no cosign. Like L friends, L coworkers, L people. Like what the fuck? And then I know somebody in the ether might be like, oh, well, it's not my job to make sure somebody doesn't get SA'd. Fine, whatever. But you know what it is your job to not put yourself in a situation to be a witness to a fucking crime. Because if you know that there's an inkling of something going on, why would you even... Now, she said that they were close friends / coworkers. You know me. I don't know. I personally feel like it's very rare when you find coworkers as friends and you usually stick with them for a long time. I'm not gonna lie, I still have friends from my old job, but it wasn't, I can't explain it. Y'all know what it is. It's like when you meet somebody on the job, bro, and it's not work related and you guys connect on a different level, you can surpass it past work. You get what I'm saying? But if all you got in common is clock in, clock out, yeah, bro, I would not trust you in my life just because we have a common interest of wanting to get turned up. We need to share goals. We need to share like morals, deeper things than that. Yeah, and you should never go to work to make friends. It should just be something that happens. Because you never want to have your survival, because that's what going to work is. You're not going there for fun, right? You would never want to have your survival based off of a third party and their drama and shit. So pointless. So everybody crossfaded. We get to the bar and we're two-step music is on and Latin music is on. Okay. And the vibes were good. And A kept asking me over and over to dance. And after 5 times, I gave in to not make it awkward. How about it was already awkward when he kept asking you over and over and over and you saying no? Like, these people suck. I'm so sorry that they got you in this situation. And yeah, you're grown. You went too, but I still personally feel like it was a setup. They didn't tell you bro was going to be there until you was in the car. Like, so we dancing and he's a good dancer and I have fun. But after that one dance, I was done and he just kept wanting to go. So he took my other coworker and he would occasionally ask me and I just kept declining again. So we get to where we're all alone at a table and he's complimenting everything about me. And I say thank you because I'm not a bitch. Fast forward, we're heading home and he's in the back seat with me. See, this is getting too much. This is getting too much. How did we get to the back seat? Where's everybody else? Like, what happened? And then he just keeps testing the boundaries to see when we're good. Like, and at this point, I feel like the friends knew. and we're low-key trying to set y'all up with each other on some wingman bullshit, when it's like they should have appreciated you, or acknowledged, I should say, the fact that you didn't want nothing to do with him. You know? This is crazy. And you the only sober one, technically, right? Yeah, something off about this one. So now we're in the car, and he keeps grabbing my hand and kissing it and complimenting me further. And I do the awkward pull my hand away, and he keeps calling me his abuelita, which is a little white girl in Spanish. And I say, I'm nobody's abuelita. Then he starts calling me a little Indian because I'm half native. Girl, if you don't run. What is going on, man? I am just uncomfortable for you. Like, this is so awkward. This is so awkward. And if anybody in the ether want to be like, oh, well, if a Chad was doing all this shit, she wouldn't, I guarantee you she would have had the ick also. Like, ew. Nah, for real. You better than me too, sis, because I would have just busted out laughing, opened the door, called up a Uber. I probably would have got the Uber on their ass like as soon as they would have been like, oh yeah, bro's about to be there. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to send him the wrong message. I'm just gonna dip. Like, I'm gone. Or if y'all would be nice and just turn the car around and drop me back off, that'd be great. Like, So I checked his ass, and we get to a gas station, and the girls get out. So I'm about to get out with them, and he pulls me aside and was like, can I talk to you? I sigh, and I get back in the car, and I hear what he has to say. And he was a drunken high mess. He was saying that he needs somebody like me in his life, and that he is 40 years old. I'm mad because now I already know what type of dude this is too. I feel like if you live in Florida or Texas or Cali, you've come in contact with this type of coworker before. The mamita, you've come in contact with this one where he working hard for a whole motherfucking family, and you coming to work being fresh, being drunk and fresh. He ought to be ashamed of his fucking self. And this, my friend here, cause OG tribe member, my friend here, she's in her early 20s, early mid 20s, and she looks young. She does not look like, you said his breath must have been hot. You already know. Too old to be acting like this. And I knew he was up there in age when she said he was kissing her hand, because that's something that older men like to do. I was like, yeah, he got a dragon breath. Y'all are tripping. Talking about his hand stink. Oh my gosh. He said he is 40 years old and hasn't met anyone like me before. And he said he's trying to shoot his shot. I'm avoiding eye contact and trying to be understanding, but then he grabs my hand. And here we go with the hands again. And with the other hand, grabbed my chin and yanked my head towards his face. Bruh. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. By the way, all of my Twitch people, I did add some new emotes. I'm just waiting on Twitch's approval. So y'all should be able to cut up tomorrow. I'm hoping by tomorrow, y'all should be able to cut up with some Naja emotes with my face on it. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to all the people that are in the tiers, you know, even if it's just tier 1. That's awesome as hell. And shout out to all the people on YouTube that are in the chat right now. Make sure you like the video if you're watching. Okay, sorry. Back to the story. I snapped my head back. Thank the Lord. Snapped my head back, and I told him, do not touch me. And he says, sorry, mamas, I just wanted to see your eyes. Yeah, no. He think he in a movie. He think he in a telenovela. He need to stop it. So on the way home, it's awkward, and he's trying to make conversation, and I'm not responding. I do tell him that I don't like how you came into the room with me when I'm working, and like you be doing too much. And he apologized and said he doesn't cross boundaries and he's not a creep and that he respects me. Girl, somebody's lying, because you do not respect boundaries and you do not respect space, because you keep popping up everywhere I go. But all right. Anyway, then we get to where I live. That would have pissed me the fuck off, bro. All these people in this car would have pissed me off. Why are you going to my fucking house when you know that this man is weird.com? Like, why are we going to, like, y'all need to spin the block. Bitch, drop me off at the gate gas station. Drop me off at the Wawa. I will walk home. I will walk home. Like, I would have been so fucking heated, bro. I would have been playing so dumb. Like, bro, I don't even know who house this is. Like, why are we even here? Girl. And he gonna peek his head up like a fucking meerkat, talking about, oh, this where you live? Bruh, at that point, yeah, I don't know. I probably would have had to throw hands. Like, are you fucking for real? No, seriously, like, the coworkers be the ops for real, bro. Like, getting a genuine friend, let alone a relationship. Y'all be killing me when y'all be fucking your coworkers, dude. Like, getting a genuine friend in the workplace is so fucking rare, because they are the ops. They are the ops. They are the ops. Shout out to everybody just joining. They are the fucking ops, bro. So when he was like, oh, this where you live? And I said, no, my parents live here and they are watching my child. Ooh. I am a mother. Leave me alone. I am a mother. Like, ooh, wow. I thank the girls for the fun time, and I got out that car so fast. Now, on to today. I haven't seen him in days, and I was cleaning a room at work and had my headphones in listening to a TRIBETEA, and this, shout out to the TRIBETEA, and this motherfucker comes up behind me and grabs my shoulders and yells, trying to scare me. In a second, I swang my fist at him, and he was like, whoa, mamas, oh my gosh. Whoops, I didn't mean to scare you that bad. So you're trying to get fucked up. I said, bro, F you, why would you do that? He sees that I'm serious and starts apologizing, and I said, get the F out of here now. And I pushed his shoulders, and he didn't move, so I darted past him in the doorway and ran to the elevator to go to the lobby. I dialed my supervisor, so I was on the phone with someone while I went down because he tried to catch the elevator to apologize. Nah, see, he need to go. Look, I don't know what the F I did, but I have a problem with giving men attention and talking to them like human beings, and they think that I like them or want them. Honestly, did I overreact? I was going to HR, and my coworker said he's leaving tomorrow to start a new job, so I guess there's no point in reporting it since he's leaving. Sorry this was a lot. Love ya and the tribe. Thank you for reading. Okay, y'all. So let me get some water real quick, because what the hell? I hope y'all are healthy out there, by the way. I hope y'all are drinking your vitamin C and taking your freaking vitamins, man. I gotta go and re-up. It's serious out here. This weather done dropped. But anyway, back to the story. Do I think you led him on? No, I don't think you led him on per se. I feel like you were coerced into a lot of situations. All I would say is that them coworkers ain't your friends. They set you up. And if they was really your friends, they would have told you to hit up HR and not even put you in that situation. I feel like they were wingmanning for him. If anything, I would go so far as to say they probably put him on game that you were uncomfortable and that he should probably leave. Like, that's how fucked up corporate can really get, especially with these hotel chains. You could just go to different, they just send you to a different location. They don't really do shit with you. They just, oh, you fucked up in Austin, we're going to send you to Dallas. Like, I would still report him because it's close knit. He's going to go be maintenance in some other hotel chain and probably do the same thing to somebody else. And you repetitively told him no multiple times in multiple scenarios, and he just kept fucking going. So, hey, what type of life he want to live? What y'all think? Nah, I said this remind me of them old men that be flirting with the teenagers at the McDonald's. No, for real. Like, it's just weird. I don't like that shit. I just don't like that shit. He says, y'all said that mamas is giving me flashbacks. No, for real. Don't mamas, don't papi, don't mamita, none of that. I don't know. My name is Nadja. That's it. You can call me Nadja. You can call me Naj. You can call me Nadja Naj. You can call me Vood. You can call me Dude. Don't call me nothing else. Like, no, I agree with Nisi, though. That next job definitely needs to know, because hotel chains are like this. They just bounce all over the place. I would still report him. Motion says your judgment was right. He's disrespecting your boundaries. Yup. I don't believe, me neither, Israeli, when they be like, I don't believe in the it's not worth it mentality. I don't believe it either, because even if you don't get a charge or an arrest out of it, there's a paper trail, there's a record. So if something happens in the future and those stories corroborate, there you go. You just helped out a future victim that may actually can get justice, you know? Because that mamas turns toxic very quickly. Mm-hmm. Y'all funny talking about the suds going around. I only caught the tribe because I called out sick today. I got really lucky. I got a common cold because I know there's a new strain of COVID going around that's pretty basic, but a lot of people are getting it right now. So be careful. There was a surge at the end of September and it's just been lingering because it's 2 weeks. But I've only been sick for like 4 days and I'm feeling like 80%. So yeah, be careful. You said Twitch be censoring certain names and words. Yes, they do. They do. So keep it cute. Keep it cute up in there, y'all. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. But yeah, if anybody is in this type of situation, I would highly advise telling a higher up, like, come on, hold on. I wouldn't advise letting it go, or, oh, it's not going to matter, or, oh, it's not happening anymore. He's like, trust me, you're going to want some type of paper trail. And honestly, I would tell HR before I even tell your little coworkers, because that's going to muddy everything up. But yeah, if you guys have ever been in that type of situation or you have any advice, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. Would love to hear it. But I'm about to move on to this next story called My BFF of 11 Years Ghosted Me for Over a Month. That is a long time. They said they are a Virgo. Shout out to all the Virgos in the chat. I know it's Libra season still, technically, right? Right? I'm pretty sure it is. Shout out to the Libras. Y'all are cool. Anyways, this story is about someone I have considered my friend since the 8th grade. Her name is Kiwi. She is an Aquarius. Shout out to all the Aquarius in the chat. So, Kiwi and I have been friends for over 10 years, and I have never had a fight, and we have never had a fight or an argument. Now that I'm older, when I was younger, I had a few friendships like that where I thought like, oh, this is perfect. We never have an argument. It's not a good sign. It shows that one of the two of you are afraid to rock the boat because you don't want to fuck some, like, you shouldn't ever be afraid to hold your friend accountable. You know, that's a real friend when you actually hold somebody accountable, right? So whenever I hear somebody be like, oh, we've never had a fight or an argument or a disagreement, I just be like, that means when it does happen, it's going to be big. So we were really close when I moved to Texas junior year of high school, and we kind of slowed down a bit because of the stress of trying to get back on track with classes. And it didn't transfer a whole lot. What? Oh, your classes didn't transfer, and a whole bunch of issues attributed to moving to a bougie high school. Oh. So we talked on the phone a little bit, but once we both graduated, we began to talk more and find ways to hang out long distances. We would watch parties, play video games, and sometimes visit each other during trips back home over the holidays or over summer. Sounds really cool. Like, it sounds like y'all have a nice long distance relationship. For sure. For sure. I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, because I see on the chat talking about the signs, and I'm thinking about it too, because I'm like, Virgos are very, very opinionated. Like, Virgos are very opinionated, and Aquarius are very, I want to say they rigid in their ways. How about that? Because I don't want to say they're closed-minded, because they're far from that. They are far from closed-minded. Some people might even want to put emotionally absent on them, but it's not that either. It's just they got thick fucking skin. So if anything, like someone said in the chat, their mother, and they have that relationship as well, the Virgo Aquarius. If anything, you would think that the holding accountable part would come up a lot, because the Virgo would feel safe to actually express their judgment, or, you know, or things that they would want to see change. And the Aquarius would be able to either let it roll off their fucking back, or if they did care for the person, take it into some type of consideration, but not take it to like fucking heart, you know? You would think it would work, right? But hey, we're gonna see. So fast forward to July 2021. My family and I came back to, I'm not gonna tell their business, for the 4th of July and my mom's birthday. During the trip, I was taking summer classes, so I really sacrificed a lot to go. It was important to me because I haven't seen my family in a while, and I discovered that I had a long-lost sister. Oh my goodness. And I would be meeting her for the first time. Anyways, I managed to finesse 3 whole days with my best friend, and during that time, I stayed with her, had lots of fun, celebrated her mom's birthday, and did some catching up. Before coming to see her, she kept telling me about a camping trip with some friends from high school, and how she didn't like one particular person because he was a low-key predator. How are you a low-key predator? How are you a low-key predator? How are you a low-key? Right, low-key. Because I think predator prey, you know, I just think of a predator just being somebody already just a sneaky boots. So either you is or you ain't. Right. What's going on here? How you low key about it? Okay. That was a random. By the time it came for me to visit, it seemed like her boyfriend, and friends decided to leave him out and sort out the issue. So far, nothing crazy was happening. And after she dropped, so we just not going to talk about the predator friend no more? What happened with that? What happened? Like, y'all talking about he a sneaky boots in training. No, for real. Like, what happened with that? We can't just brush that off like, oh, they was going to handle him. And what? Okay. So far, nothing crazy happened. And after she dropped me off on our last day together, we hugged and I pretty much left on a good note. As I was leaving her area to go home, Kiwi texted me about some conflict between her and her dad about a laptop that they made an agreement on. The deal was that he would let her buy a new laptop on his credit card and that she would make weekly payments to pay it off. Apparently, he thought she was scamming him. Because the laptop was $600 and demanded her to pay him in full immediately. That wiped out her savings, and Kiwi and her mom decided to cut him off. How is this relevant? What, is she about to ask you for money? Whenever somebody about to ask me for money, they always tell me this long, extravagant, extraneous story about some, like, what the fuck was that about? I'm sorry if I'm cussing too much, but like, what was that? So as soon as you leave the city, she hits you up and is like, yeah, my dad just hit me for $600 and blase, blase, blase. Just told you, like, okay. Fast forward, I come home from my trip and my mom planned to go to, girl, you just name it, all the locations. She planned to go somewhere a couple days later, but we decided to postpone it because the weather was looking bad. Kiwi texted me asking about the drive and when we would leave for the city, and I told her next week. And she asked me about playing a reboot of some. Girl, you are saying so much information. Y'all, please do not say, like, there are certain things that you do not need the world to know. Like, friend, you need to learn some internet safety, friend. Like, you cannot be saying all of this. You can't be saying the town, your mom's birthday, the school, the like, girl, the fandom rooms, chat rooms you be in. Like, this is how you get clocked. Chill, y'all. OMG. So I told her I made an account on this site, and she told me she was ready to go on a camping trip in a couple of days, as she mentioned earlier. Since then, I sent her TikToks and a link to a car mount. Girl, I had gotten a single response, and I hadn't gotten a response to that. A few days go by, and I noticed that I now cannot send her any messages. I was worried something happened during the camping trip that made her upset and gave her some time to breathe. After about a week, I tried to contact her again. No answer. Girl, what did you do? Like, what? My sister, who was moving out of state, asked if she could stop by and check on her, so I said, go ahead. She dropped by twice, and the last time she left a note. No response from Kiwi. One night, I decided to text her on Roblox. Damn. She hit her up on Roblox. That's how you know she couldn't get in touch. She said, I hit her up on Roblox to let her know I'm concerned. And then the girl unfriends me on Roblox. Damn. A couple days later, Kiwi finally texts me on Discord and says, hey. I text her back basically asking what is going on and if she could talk to me. I also told her that I was moving on campus next to her area think, hey guys, this is current Naja right now doing some engineering. Um, but I think I got it fixed. Sorry about that. I'm gonna make a little timestamp for my future people. This may not be me live, but like it's still live. So shout out to y'all on YouTube. I see y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Um, we back. We back. Sorry guys. The audio is gonna sound a little different, but you'll be able to hear. One night I decided to text her on Roblox. Damn. Damn. She hit her up on Roblox. That's how you know she couldn't get in touch. She said I hit her up on Roblox to let her know I'm concerned. And then the girl unfriends me on Roblox. Damn. A couple days later, Kiwi finally texts me on Discord and says, hey, I text her back basically asking what is going on and if she could talk to me. I also told her that I was moving on campus next to her area. Keep in mind, she effectively blocked me on all social media for over a month with no communication. And during that time, I was worried sick and literally prayed that she was okay. I didn't get a response until the day during the time she assumed I would be too busy to notice her message. She sent me a paragraph, and this was the text. Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go. Here, I'm gonna put the chat on the screen. Let's get his text. She said, I wanted to talk to you about the undertone of our friendship for a while. Uh-oh. But it ate me up inside, and I didn't feel comfortable coming to you. I feel put down a lot. Mmm. Remember that dynamic I told you? I know Aquarius may seem emotionally unavailable, but they just have thick skin. It doesn't mean that they're sociopathic psychos. That Virgo judgment that hurt the little girl heart, and I feel like it just went too far, and she should have inserted herself. Yup, everybody chat like, yup, I knew it was coming. She should have inserted herself in the beginning and said, hey, I don't like when you do that. But the problem is, you guys started being friends when you were children, and when you're a child, you don't know about consent. A lot of us are not taught about boundaries. We don't know that this is gonna be the staple thesis of our friendship and how we're gonna treat each other, right? Like, damn, bro. I feel bad. I feel bad for little Aqua, little Aquarius. I feel bad for Kiwi. They said I felt put down a lot. I feel like you were making me out to be stupid. Damn. The whole friendship, I wasn't really myself because of that. I felt judged, and I felt like you projected your insecurities onto me a lot. And that ended recently, but I can't be close to you because of that time period where you did that. I didn't feel good when you tell me to buy things I couldn't afford. Damn. And I felt that you just didn't care about me. I felt like you really just wanted someone there for you, but it wasn't like you really put yourself in my shoes. It feels like you're in your own world for a long time, and I'll always remember the good times we had, but I need to grow, and that means letting go of people who don't make me feel good about myself. I'm gonna interject on some. I'm not an Aquarius, but I have an Aqua moon. I'm getting the vibe of you probably remind them of a version of themselves that they no longer are, because she said, I need to grow, and that means letting go of the people who don't make me feel good about myself. And I really feel like, even because she admit you have changed, you stopped doing certain things, but it still makes her remember a certain era. And I feel like, and then, y'all are in the college age. When you do move out your hometown, you go on the campus, you leave all these people in high school and shit, you want to build your own identity. And like, when you do see remnants of home, you want it to be nostalgic and positive. So it's really sad that she's associating you with a negative, but it seems like this shit's just been building up over time, you know? She said, "You constantly belittle my intelligence. And I wish you were more aware of what you've been doing. Even when I show you how to do something on Roblox, you seem surprised." That was one of my last straws. Bruh. You done pissed her off. You done fucked up her Roblox, man. Damn. I've been resentful and I felt negative. I always loved you, but it never felt like I was really being cared about back. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to mess with the sound a little bit, and I didn't want to interrupt the story. Many times I wondered why you would say certain things to me, and I ignored a lot of it, but I can't keep pretending things don't or didn't bother me. I wish you the best, but I'm sorry. It's gotten to the point where I'll never be able to go back to feeling how it did. I wish you the best, and I hope this university goes very well for you. And I'm hopeful in the future that you will not hate me, and that know that I only cared about you this whole time. And I hope you see this as an opportunity to be more conscious to the people who you love. Bruh. I would have, obviously the person that sent this in does not feel very happy about that. They called this message a whole paragraph of bullshit and lack of personal accountability. And then they said, how am I supposed to learn from this situation when I don't even know what I did? Okay, so with love, friend, she did tell you what you did. My response to them would have been, I really wish that I could be given the same grace to grow and learn the way that you had the grace to grow and learn, to figure that you didn't want to be treated this way, because you held all of this in for so long when we could have found out that we weren't a good match in the 9th grade. You know, like, she literally broke down to you how she felt. Was it overdue? Fuck yeah. Was it out of nowhere? Hell yeah. But she did tell you how she felt. This was your chance to be like, damn, I really wish you would have told me this over the years, and I am doing changes physically, and I'm going to continue to do those changes whether you're here or not, because I have learned from our friendship that ain't it. The fact that you changing, you know something ain't it, right? Yeah, they're in college, so they're like, at this time, it's like sophomore year, freshman, sophomore year. I'm thinking sophomore because she said she's going back. So, and yeah, I know the person that sent this in is older now, so I would love to hear their perspective now, but yeah. This is a lot of emotional immaturity on both sides, because for one, the girl told you how she felt. Come on now, let's not play dumb. And then for two, girl, you just held a decade long grudge, and you just tapped up tallies for decades, for a decade, for years. And yeah, it's kind of hard to go against a decade long list of wrongs rather than getting confronted when you did it last week and you could actually learn from it and be better, you know? So I text her in that short time that she had me unblocked that I was sorry I made her feel that way, but she cannot expect me to stop doing or saying something she doesn't like if she never brings it to my attention. How can I take accountability for something or improve something that I know nothing about? Furthermore, a lot of the examples she used in the paragraph were instances of blatant misunderstandings. If she'd simply asked me about certain things I had said and asked what I meant by them, maybe she wouldn't think that way. See, I don't think it's a misunderstanding. I think what's happening now is a case of selective amnesia. Usually somebody can go like shout out to you for the follow, by the way. Somebody can go their whole life and think that they weren't a bully. And then randomly somebody will pop out. I actually went to school with somebody like this. I had a friend group. And one of the girls in the friend group said to the other girl, I don't know if you remember, but you used to bully me in middle school. And I was like, what? You used to bully him? And they're like, what? I never used to bully you. And she's like, girl, you don't remember. You did. Like in gym, you used to bully me in middle school. Like sometimes you don't remember because you're playing a different role, but the victim remembers it a different way, right? So you might view it as a misunderstanding, but if she would have actually called it out in the moment, you would have known exactly what was going on. So you in this moment, you in this time period needs to work on the ego and being a listener and not being on defense mode. And she needs to work on closed mouths don't get fed. You over here starving yourself and you mad at the world for eating in your face when you've allowed the world to eat in your face for 10 years. You know? Hey. I don't know, man. There have been a few times she gets offended over nice things or things I thought were nice that I said. I said her room reminds me of cottage core, and she reminded me of Sadness from Inside Out, and that she's super cute when she had blue hair. And I called Strawberry because she said one time she would like to be called Strawberry, and then later said she hated it. Then she's upset because I was confused about navigating Roblox because I didn't need her help every 5 seconds. She was genuinely surprised that she could navigate the game so well in what I assume is a short period. Okay, I don't get the Roblox beef. I'm going to be so real with y'all. I'm sorry. I mentioned once before that we never fought and we've known each other since we were kids. So, of course, there may be some things that were wrong with me and our relationship. But in the text, Kiwi says herself that I have changed as a person. Kiwi feels neglected, but there's not much affection I can give someone over the phone. I feel she had the habit of calling me offensive names like BFFs usually do, but never dare say it in front of other people. So I follow suit and call her dingbat, crackhead, or crazy. Look here, any of my young people out there. Name calling ain't it. It's really not. Maybe it's because I'm sensitive. I don't know. And like people love to be like the whole Aquarius emotionless bullshit. I'm an Aquarius moon. I am sensitive as fuck. Do not play with my feelings. Don't play with my feelings. Like even my fiance, I don't do the whole picking on people shit. I'm from Florida. Like, if we Jonesing, I'm coming for your mama, your bald head grandma, like, all that shit. Like, bro, do not come for me, bro. I am sensitive as fuck. Like, don't do it. Don't. If my friend was over here calling me a dingbat, crackhead, all that shit, I know that bro, I'm going to think you being serious. I'm not one of those people. I know some people, you can joke with your friends like that. Be like, oh, this crackhead ass bitch. Like, that's cool with you. I don't even like people calling me out my name. Don't call me a bitch. Don't no. The whole SMD shit, don't say that to me. Like, I don't know. The older I get, the more I see words have power. And I know some girls be on that kiki like, oh no, I be joking with my girls. We be calling each other all types of stuff and blah, blah. I don't care. The older I got, the more I realize words got power. And I'll be damned. I will be fucking damned. I don't joke around like that. I don't even do the whole, you know how some people when they talk, they be going like that and like they'll like go like that on you. Like I will get aggressive. Like don't touch me. Don't touch me. Like that funny Marco shit that just happened. I'm going to talk about that on my pop culture rant this weekend. That shit was not funny. If you were to do that to me, I would not fucking like you, like, in real life. Like, I really would not like you. Like, if you're telling me a story, don't do that. Like, I will get angry. Like, don't do that shit, bro. Don't. I don't know. I feel like that whole play fighting shit. Play fighting? No. I don't play fight. I don't slap box. No. Do not put your hands on me. I don't want there to be no type of misconception. Do not put your hands on me, period. Like, no. She's talking about it was all in good fun. Not to mention, she's called me cuss words too. I think y'all was just frenemies. When I tell you, I read every thread of convo dating back to years on every platform we text on, and I scoured each one looking for something mean or ill-sounding I've said, and I couldn't find anything. I said that could have been interpreted. I didn't say anything that could have been interpreted as disrespectful. All I could think about is the verbal conversations where I would tease her. See, stop teasing people, bruh. Like, some people, look, bruh. Like, if you're supposed to be my friend, this is how I roll anyway. This is how Naja roll. I'm expecting the world to be fucked up, right? The world is shitty. It's a shitty place full of shitty fucking people who are mean and selfish. And when I come home, that's my safe space. And my friends are my chosen family, right? Why the fuck do I want to be teased in my house when I can go outside and get bullied and teased for free? Stop. Like, I don't like that shit, bro. Stop. Like, I will be mad as fuck. Like, don't prank nobody. Like, stop, bro. Like that dude that I showed at the mall on my YouTube channel, the guy that got shot at the mall trying to prank people. Like, leave people the fuck alone. Do I think he should have got shot? Fuck no. But it's like, leave people alone. You don't know what people got going on. Like, you don't know. Some people just don't like being touched. You don't know what people went through. You just don't touch people, bro. Don't touch people. Don't tease people. Don't be bullying people. Because you could be their 13th fucking reason and you think they're going to take themselves out. They're going to make that drive. They're going to make that drive. They're going to get you. Okay? So, the girl called me lame before. And, well, y'all both calling each other names now. Come on now. One convo comes to mind when I told her to be careful buying trees from people because it could be laced. And she refused to believe me and told me several times that it's not possible. Girl, fuck around and find out, I guess. What I got from all of this is that she's trying to look for an excuse to break up. I haven't said her. I'm telling you right now what it is you guys she wants to grow apart. She wants to get her own identity. She wants to grow apart. It's not an excuse. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, she did harbor everything up into the last fucking drop for whatever damn reason. But you guys are young. You're learning. Your communication will get better with age. Your emotional maturity will get better with age. But I do agree she wanted to break up. But I don't think she was looking for excuses. I think they're pretty valid. It happens. You know, people just go like, bruh. Raise your hand if you were friends with somebody your senior year and you have not heard from them since you did that walk. And y'all were cool. I'm talking, you went to their house and everything. It just happens. You at least got the grace of a text. Because she was trying to ghost you. It happens. It sucks, but it happens. Right, everybody raising their hand. Cool as hell, right? You know, went to their house, chilled with their siblings. Ate their mama food. You just don't see him again because sometimes it's a time and a season, and especially things like going into college and stuff. Sometimes it's better to have a clean slate so that you're not emotionally attached to certain things that could fuck up your future and your career. Like, shoot, I wish my parents would have been a little bit more strict with that. It just is what it is. I haven't said or done anything to hurt her, nor have I projected a single insecurity on her. How about calling her a crackhead, girl? What? She calling you lame. You calling her a crackhead. Like, how is that not putting insecurities onto her? And even if she don't do crack, she over here trying to smoke weed, and you telling her it's going to be laced with something, and you're calling her a crackhead. Let's do 1 + 1 is 2. Come on. Don't do her. I know my insecurities, being fat and short, and oh my God, girl, why are you pulling yourself down? What are we doing? And they said none of my insecurities were ever part of any malicious statement or conversation directed towards or about her. Yes, we do live in 2 different worlds. We live in completely different. Okay, so you're saying your justification is that it's a joke. Hold on, let's break this down. Your justification is it's a joke because it's not a projection, because it's not relevant to me. So I can call her a crackhead because I don't do crack. Because I'm what? This is ego-based, friend. This is ego-based. This is ego-based. Even laying out all your insecurities, even if you said you're fat or whatever, being fat is not a negative to everybody. So even if you calling her a crackhead, wouldn't that be trying to shame somebody for being skinny? Like, it all comes from something. I know that you may not be able to clock it right this second, but it could be something that they have that you don't. It has nothing to do with like, oh, I'm big, so I'm going to call this other girl fat. No. I used to have my first best friend of me or whatever used to call me fat. She wasn't fat. She was skinny, and I was skinny too. But that was something that she used to do to other people to make them feel bad. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm skinny, so I'm going to just call everybody skinny a skinny bitch. Like, no. There's layers to this shit. It's not as cut and dry as that. If I were you, I would just take this as it is. I don't think you're the sole villain in this. I don't think there's any villain. I would take solace in knowing that, like, y'all kind of just fell off and that nobody got jumped. There was no drama. There was no bullshit. The families ain't get involved. Like, I would just take solace in that. And then maybe you guys can reconnect in, like, another 10 years or something. Like, for real, like, I feel like you may be able to reconnect this if you don't let the ego get too big and be on like, no, I didn't do nothing wrong. I would take this as an opportunity to be like, okay, let me go spread my own wings, and go do me and go learn. And then when you get new friendships, and if you see certain patterns, because these are going to be people in your new friendships who don't know you from a can of paint from 8th grade. And they will tell you straight up, hey, Virgo friend, you're being a little judgy right now. And you don't know me. Like, you doing a little too much. You're not my mama. You need to chill. Or, hey, Virgo friend, don't call me out my name. We're not that cool. Or, we are that cool, and that's why I would expect you to not do that. Or like, oh, hey, Virgo friend, I don't like joking like that, actually. That hurts my feelings. Then you'll start to see, oh, okay, these are my... Because here's the thing. You know you at the end of the day, right? But what bounces back to us from the collective, you got to take something. You got to put your ego back and take something. You know, like if you start hearing stuff over and over from different people, you know, I wouldn't completely villainize her. I would, go live your own life, let her live her life, and maybe pick it back up later. Because at least not a horrible blowout happened, you know. She said, we live in 2 different worlds. We live in 2 completely different states, environments, educational, and financial means. She felt convicted about her lifestyle and was insecure in herself because I don't agree with her. About what? It's funny because I feel like she said everything she needed to say. You should have sent me some text messages because I don't get your point of view for real, for real. Like, what did she do? Is the only thing she did bad was reject you? Because I'm trying to figure out what did she do? Because if she would have never stopped talking to you, she would have still been in a different state. She would have still been in a different environment, would have still been in a different education, would have still had different financial means. So I'm just trying to find out, like, did the only thing she do that's so wrong is reject you? And this is coming from somebody in rejection therapy. Like, we women, we don't take rejection well. I'll keep it a fucking buck. Like, we don't. We're not used to being rejected. We're used to having doors open and all that. Like, we're not used to it. We're used to being said yes to dates, and, you know, society treats us a certain way when it comes to that type of stuff. So, yeah, your girl's in rejection therapy. So, I mean, I know a little bit about bruised ego, and imposter syndrome. So, it's sounding a little bit like that. She said she might be jealous because I live a much more privileged life than her because my mom makes good money and lives in a new house. Wow. Tea. Oh, and sorry for the toilet paper shot, but tea, because I ran out of Kleenex. Girl. 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 You're giving, what is the name off of Powerpuff Girls? Mindy Morebucks. I want to be a Powerpuff Girl. I love the Powerpuff Girls, but you just be bullying the fuck out of me. Mindy low-key gives, what is her name? Mindy or Mandy? Mandy Morebucks? She gives big Virgo energy. She gives big Virgo energy. She got the, yes, she gives big Virgo energy. That's wild. She says she just mad because my mama got more money. Girl, are you still in the 8th grade? Friend, this should have been an Am I the Asshole? Damn. That's that hurt. She said, you want to be me so bad. Yikes. She said, I could understand. Oh, it gets worse. I understand that could be an issue being a child of an immigrant and a first-gen college student. However, that doesn't mean you take your frustration out on me. Girl, you just went to hell. You just went to hell. You really don't know what projection is for? That's what projection. Girl, I cannot wait to hear what you got to say today. Like, how I want to know how you are today, because Virgos are not shitty people, bro. Like, they're not like this. They're not bad people, bro. Like, they're not diabolical ass people, bro. Like, I'm a Gemini, bro. Y'all are my Mercury sisters, bro. Like, we're both mutable signs. We have some things in common. It's just we gems, we're a little bit more carefree than y'all. Y'all are a little bit too, judgy and like orderly and like it has to be this way and oh, this is the right way it should be and blah blah blah. Like that's y'all shit. I prefer Virgo women over Virgo men because the Virgo men are like they be crying too fucking much. But yeah, bro. It's giving projection. And I know that you, in this time period, thought that projection meant, well, I got money, so why would I be calling somebody poor when I got money? And it's like, because you have money. Girl. And then since when is your parents' wealth your wealth? In this fucking economy, like, girl, I'm not even gonna put my people business out there, but my parents have their own stuff going on, but it has nothing to do with me. Don't get it twisted. I ain't no nepo baby. No ma'am. Like, I wish girl, if I was a nepo baby, I would be in the mansion hype house in my Twitch background. Like, I would be, look, But yeah, like I have some well-off family as well, and I would never, ever, ever fix my fucking mouth to say that, you know? Mm. Yikes. Man, this is wild. I can't wait to see like your perspective today, and like I just need to know how you living now, fam. I really don't want our friendship to end, but I know it's not healthy to be in a relationship with someone who secretly hates me for things I know nothing about, and worst of all, can't trust to tell me, yet has a problem letting people she doesn't like know she hates them, and why directly to their faces. I don't know. The math ain't mathing. I don't think I was the only person she cut off, though, because during my search for her, I tried to check on her through her boyfriend and later saw he deleted the pics he had of her on his Facebook account. Anyway, here's the end of my rant. And you sent me some pictures, but they didn't load. They're like broken files. I can't see them. She said she's into J fashion. That's cool. I wish I could have seen the pictures of you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. You don't even gotta look at the chat. You could just listen to me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You're a little disconnected. You're a bit disconnected. And it's giving a little bratty. I'm just keeping it real. And I'm telling you this with love because people that come from your background sometimes don't know that wealth, classism, it's intimidating. Your friend, Kiwi, you even said yourself, is an immigrant. You can ruin her whole life and her family's life. There's certain things here that you're privileged enough to not have to go through, you know, because of your financial stability. Also, I'm sure that Kiwi got to experience some things that they never would have experienced by being your friend and by playing nice in the sandbox with you and not offending you and being a people pleaser with you, right? I also think that when they got to college and they realized the culture of like, oh yeah, I had to cut off my hometown best friend and my boyfriend and everything too, and they realized it was socially acceptable, they were like, yeah, I feel like I need to go ahead and do that for my mental health as well, which isn't abnormal. A lot of this stuff is pretty normal. What you're going through, you're just having a little bit of a bruised ego with this rejection. And if I were you, I would take this as a learning opportunity to really figure yourself out and figure out your attachment styles and how you communicate to people that you care for. You know, like, are you a toucher? Do you like touching on people? Do you like being a gift giver? Do you like words of affirmation? Because what if Kiwi is a word of affirmation person and you over here calling her a fucking crackhead, right? But she doesn't want to rock the fucking boat because the person calling her a crackhead is taking her out on this fucking camping trip, you know? I feel like depending on how you handled this, you actually could have reconnected with her back in life. But I don't know. You sent this to me some time ago. I'm really interested to see how you personally have grown. I hope that y'all are giving each other space because damn. But what do y'all say? That's how I feel. That's my whole gist of it. Y'all said I hope she changed by now. I mean, it's been a few years. I hope she changed too. You said she has to have fire in her chart. I know. It was giving big Aries energy. I'm not gonna lie. You said you won't ever see me claiming my dad's wealth as my own. Bruh. Like, I would be so embarrassed if my kid was going around the world Like, they're just jealous because my mom does YouTube. I'll be like, boy, you don't shut your ass up. Tell me, I know nothing about what's going on. I don't know why they upset. Yeah, that was funny. Mocha says, girl, she did tell you what was going on. She could have blocked with no closure. She could have. And they both seem very young. Like they're at the beginning of adulthood. That's why I'm trying to give grace here and not just be like, girl, you're a horrible person. Like, because we all have to learn. And that was a comforting relationship for you. You know how many times I've seen, bruh, I know every one of y'all remember a duo from school, whether it's middle, elementary, high school, whatever, shit, even college. I know you, if you stayed in your hometown in college and like seen this, there's usually a duo or maybe a throuple where there's a victim and then there's the mean girl. The victim, think of like Fairly Odd Parents, Trixie, and the other one. I don't even remember her fucking name. You see how fucked up that is? Where it's like the other one's sole purpose is to just brush the ego of the HBIC, right? How many times have we seen that duo or that throuple? And then as soon as they get out of the environment, it's done. Because who the fuck wants to be a side character for the rest of their life? Because, like, let's play devil's advocate. Even if you are right and she is jealous of your money and stuff, who the fuck wants to play side character for the rest of their life? That's not fair. And what does the laptop have to do with the story? I don't know. There was a lot of random information in that bitch. But, yeah, I don't know. But that's my final verdict on that one. Let me know what y'all think about that story. I would love to hear an update just to know, like, where's your mind at today? I would not expect y'all to still be friends. If you are, I mean, that's cool. I personally would have given it a little bit more time. But I don't know. Let me know. I would love an update from you. I don't think you're a villain. But I'm about to move on to this next one because this next one is actually really short. And it's from an OG Tribe member. I am like low-key a fan of this person because I follow them back on TikTok and I see like their little TikToks and, I'm not going to say where they live at or nothing, but I'm familiar with the area and it's just, they're just a breath of fresh air. They're just so cool. And if you're watching this, I think you are so cool, bro. But yeah, this is their story. It is called Why Are Haitian Aunties Like This? And I had another story sent in about some Haitian aunties too. My Haitian aunties are cool though. I never really had no problems with my Haitian aunties. And all of them are like great aunts, really. Like they're older too and they cool. I don't know. I mean, I'm polite with them. I don't be cussing. Obviously they don't be watching YouTube and stuff. I get my hair done. I'm polite. I eat my food and I sit there and I look cute. I don't be causing no trouble. Like what? I don't be causing no fucking problems. I haven't seen any of my aunts in a few years, especially since COVID and everything. But yeah, I literally not even no figure of speech. I literally sit there and eat my fucking food and I watch my mouth and wave and smile. We don't ruffle no feathers. Yes. Let me get into this. So, hey Naja and Tribe. I hope everyone is doing well. I have a story that is not super messy, but I thought it would be funny and brief. Just for context, I am a Taurus woman. Shout out to all the Taurus in the chat. That is one of my favorite signs for the girls. I love girl Taurus. You guys are really cool people. Very solid. She said her godmother is a Sagittarius. Shout out to the Sages. And my mom is a Libra. Shout out to the Libras. So my godmother, the Sag, is my dad's cousin And my mom is not fond of my father's side of the family. Okay. So it's after 10 p.m. on a Monday night, and I'm chilling in the living room with my mom watching Netflix, and my godmother calls me. She rarely ever calls me unless it's my birthday, so I was hesitant to answer. I would have been like, damn, who died? Like, I would have been scared. But I figured she just wanted to invite me to some family event. I pick up and I'm like, hey, what's up? And she says to me, hey, is there anything wrong? Anything that you want to tell me? And I raise an eyebrow and I'm like, no, why? Because why is this woman asking me this when she never talks to me outside of holidays? Then she goes to say, I noticed on your Instagram you have a bit of a belly. And I know my goddaughter is a skinny girl. So I wanted to know if you were pregnant. Girl, it's okay if you are because you're a grown woman, but I just want to know. Now look, that is one thing. Them aunties be on Instagram. The aunties be on Instagram. The aunties be watching me on Instagram. They do. That's why I don't even be on there for real. And I put a picture of my butt on there. I'm like, go ahead, look at it. But all the cool aunts, I'm telling you, the aunties cool. The cool aunties follow me. They don't care. And they be like great aunts too. Like, they not even my generation. They like literally like my dad's auntie and shit. Like, I be chilling. I'm so glad that I have a, like, my dad he's not traditional. He's first gen technically. So he's like a New York dude, bro. Like, but he's Haitian as fuck. He speaks Creole, all that, like, all that jazz. But I'm just so glad I don't have like a strict, like, traditional Haitian dad. Like, my dad tatted, chilling. He be rocking the yuttas. He be chilling. Because I'll be damned if I got the aunties, the uncles, and the aunties clocking me on social media about when are you getting married? When are you having baby? When are you getting married? When are you having baby? Oh, hell no. Yeah, my dad be having the yuttas. He be having the Yankee no brim. Blocked. Y'all, let me stop firing my dad up. At this point, I'm just taken aback. Because why would she even have the nerve to call me after business hours and ask me this? Not after business hours. Like, girl, you haven't seen me in person in 2 years. And there is a whole pandemic going on. And you think I'm going to be the same size as I was beforehand? Period. As you should. Look. So I say, no, I'm not. And she's like, oh, it must just be the quarantine weight because I'm just not used to seeing you like this. Bitch. After I got off the phone, I explained the convo to my mom, and she goes off about how that bitch better not speak on her child. I know that's right. Just because she got knocked up doesn't mean I will. Damn. Basically, she just went off. She was like, I should call her right now because I've been waiting for that ass. Damn. I literally had to talk my mom out of starting some family drama. I explained the situation to my friends and they took my mom's side. Their reasoning was basically, what if that conversation was your 13 reason? You better call her back and cuss her out. No, for real, like, I would have hung up in her face. I'm not going to lie. I would have just been real quiet on the phone and then I would have just hung up. And then she would have called me back. I would have had my mom pick up the phone. And then mom would be like, oh, hey, yeah, she said that she called you, but the call must have dropped. You know, you do the sweet Haitian mom voice. Hello, yes, the call must have dropped. Like, no, it did not. No, I want you to repeat it. I want you to say that shit again. I want you to say it again. What did you say to her? Look, update, not an update. Girl, tell me why my coworker just asked if I'm pregnant too. What is up with these people? She's an older woman, about 60, and she's been out for a while. So today we're talking, and she literally asked if I'm pregnant. And I'm like, bruh, is this not rude to y'all to just be asking people this anymore? Then when I said no, she immediately just asked about school. Like, baby, we both big. Now, what if I asked you that? Period. Like, what the fuck? Wow. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little story. Remember, all bodies are beautiful. Here is a picture of me when she last saw me, and 2 pictures at my current size. Let's see. Well, for one, this picture, you are obviously like younger. That should be killing me when older people be doing that. It's like, girl, oh, you mean when I was like 17? Yeah, I was small when I was a teenager. I'm now in my 20s. Like, that's what happens. Don't know what to tell ya. But yeah, I'm looking at you and you're giving, what's that girl's name? What's that girl's name? She's a rapper. What's that song I like from her? I'm too hot to handle hot. I'm too hot to handle hot like the summer in the... What's that fucking song? Who is that? Who is that? And she has Kim Johansson on her album cover. What's her name? Help me, y'all. What's her name? And she just had a TikTok song popping. She just had a TikTok song popping. What's that girl name? I think it starts with a T. Because this is going to bother me. I'm sorry, y'all. This is going to bother me. Not Carisha. I got to find it now. Oh my God, it's not on here. What is that girl's name? And she be having the duck nails. She be on TikTok. Dang, I'm pulling a blank. I hope people on YouTube aren't like screaming it in the chat. What is the song that she did recently? Oh, she did the, oh, Mickey, you so fine. You so fine. You blow my mind. She did that mix too. What is her name? Damn, I'm about to look it up. Baby Tate. Thank you. Yes, Baby Tate. That's her name. Baby Tate. Yes. Baby Tate. Yes. And this is the album I was talking about, Girls Deluxe. With Kim Johansson on the front. It's a Tumblr girl. I love showing the Tumblr girls love that like came from my generation. Like Celly XO was in Lil Yachty's music video. Like I don't know. It's so cool. Or like seeing Justine Skye. Like it's just so cool seeing all of the Tumblr era people, you know, coming up. But anyway, yes, Baby Tate. I call what happened to you the Baby Tate effect. It happens to all of us that are blessed anyway. Well, some of us that are blessed, okay? So the Baby Tate effect is you come out with your usual body, you know, you're thin, just how you were born. But then once you go into your second puberty, your post-25 puberty, sometimes before 25 puberty, I wouldn't even call it puberty, as I would call it like a second wave, you just start filling out. That's why people are like, ladies, please don't get this age preventative Botox bullshit. Don't get BBLs before the age of 21. Don't get boob jobs until you drop the baby because you're going to end up getting another one. Like, trust and believe, genetics are going to genetic. Okay? And me and you, girl, we Haitian. Okay? When we look, the genetics going to genetic. All right? Because whether you want to or whether you want to admit it or not, if you're a woman, you're just gonna fill out in one way or the other. Some people should just go through fluctuations as is because adulthood is full of stress, like there's just a whole bunch of things that go into it. But women specifically, we go through so many changes with our bodies. I feel like there's only like 3 male body types, and then there's like thousands for us. Shout out for the follow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I think long story short, I think you look good. I'd low-key, fuck it, my opinion don't matter, but I was gonna say I kind of think you look better on the more voluptuous side. Your fashion looks better. Like, I can't explain it. Like, you fill out your clothes very well. You look really good. But regardless, it is very fucking rude to just be like, are you pregnant, to a woman, period. I think it's rude when someone has a weight change and be like, are you pregnant? I think it's rude if someone just gets married and you're like, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Or if they get engaged, well, did you get knocked up? It's because you're pregnant. Like, leave us the fuck alone. Damn. Leave us alone. All right, so here's the last story. It's kind of long, and I'm going to see if I can get it out of here in 15 minutes because I think I need to lay it down. I've been trekking, but yeah, I think I'm getting to that point. But this one is just called Crazy Ass Story. So let's hope it's a crazy ass story, okay? So, hey, Naja girl. You know I love ya and all the amazing content. Thank you. This is my 3rd time writing in. Oh, wow. And I want to take a break from all the whack-ass Tinder stories that I send you all the time. Okay. So here's a really crazy-ass story that I am still baffled by till this day. I really wish I could put the punchline in the title, but it would honestly just ruin the end of it. So just read to the end and I promise you will not regret. Get ready, tribe, because this is too much. Okay, hold on. Let me get some electrolytes, girl. Let me get some energy. Hold on. Little ASMR. Okay. Okay. So this happened pretty recently. I was a senior in college, and it was, ooh, girl, this did not happen recent, girl. This did not happen recent. This happened a long time ago, baby. This is pre-pandemic. I was a senior in college. I was really active in politics, and I was even the president of the, yes, ma'am, of the Democratic chapter at my college. So in October, we were having midterm elections, and as president of my political organization, I really wanted my members to be engaged in this political process, but I also wanted any excuse possible to get wet and wild with my members. So for the primaries, we got funded for an Airbnb so we could travel from LA to San Diego to volunteer for a local campaign. And I'm only saying the locations here because this is past tense. We all know there was a freaking election, girl. Like, come on now. We had 15 members come to San Diego and stay in an Airbnb. We did the amazing political work. You know, we got the voters for our candidates. Everything went as planned when it came to the trip. So now for the story. There are many characters, but I will only be talking about 3 people to keep it simple. There's me, my vice president, who we're going to call Ken, and a general club member named John, who's part of the political club, right? I've known Ken, the president, for a few years, and we work really well together, and I'm just now meeting John this year because he just joined our club. So, we finish our political work, and we all firmly believe in work hard, play hard. Me too. Best believe we have bottles on bottles, and we were ready to get lit and drunk. Ken and I smoked a blizzy. Oh my gosh, not the political pack. Let's go. So they smoking blizzies before dinner, and we're feeling extra nice. After dinner, we start off with a couple of shots, and I noticed that John did not eat with us, but I didn't want to pressure him into eating before drinking. I mean, you should have. I'd been like, John, that's not smart, friend. You need to eat some, you need to get a little chicken patty on your stomach. You need a little bread or something. Everyone takes their shots, and we decide to play a drinking game called King's Cup. Oh, fuck no. Oh, hell no. King's Cup is basically when everybody pours something into one glass in the middle of the table, and then you'd play some type of game, and whoever loses has to drink I played that game, and it's fried my brain so much, I don't even know the rules anymore. 2 out of 10 don't recommend. At the end of the game, somebody got to drink that King Cup, which is just a splash of everyone's nasty stuff. Nobody wants to drink it. But John just grabs it off the table and chugged the whole thing. Oh, he's trying to show out because he's new. This dude is 5 foot and balding at the age of 22. So I was shook that he took the 6'3" and waves on swim initiative. You are funny. You are funny. At this point, we are done with this game and everyone is drunk. I was even pretty drunk. Half of the group decides to go to the hot tub, including me. So everyone's chilling in the hot tub for a good 30 minutes, and eventually I'm the last one in the jacuzzi drunk. Y'all, don't get in the jacuzzi drunk. I'm just enjoying the bubbles. And then out of nowhere, I have the craziest out-of-body experience. I suddenly saw myself on the other side of the hot tub. What? And I said to myself, bitch, it's about to go down. Get out this hot tub right now. You have presidential duties to attend to. I didn't even question that shit. I hopped out the tub, ran in the bathroom, and splashed myself with some cold water. And I'm staring at myself in the mirror, trying to sober up to get ready for whatever my drunk ass was foreshadowing. And then, as predicted, shit went down. So that's what I'm saying. Some of the chat said that wasn't weed, baby. That was that sugar spice. I don't know what you was smoking. A group of people run into the room and tell me I need to report my ass to the living room stat. I rush to the living room. Ew. And I see John's little ass rolling in a puddle of his own puke. It was bright red. Oh my God. Is he bleeding? Is his stomach bleeding? He threw up red all on that white fur carpet. Bitch, I was in absolute disbelief. I was ready to resign right then and there because I really don't need to be telling grown ass men to stop rolling in his throw up, and he just rolling in it. John was drunk. Some people offered to clean the rug, and it was my job to take care of this drunk man. So I drug his little ass to the Airbnb bedroom and that I was staying in. Girl, why? And I put him in the shower. The shower was huge, so I put him in there, and I was in with him as well. And I tell him he needs to wash the stuff off his body before he lays anywhere in the house. And he refused to take his clothes off. So what do? I shower him down with the hose like a dog in all his clothes. He's over here biting the water and giggling. Yo. So then I asked Ken, the vice president, to help me in the bathroom. He runs downstairs to grab some dry clothes from John's luggage. Now Ken, John, and I are all in the shower looking crazy. We tell him that he needs to put on some clothes. And he's gonna go to, and he talking about he about to go to sleep in the shower. Look, I would have been so mad at him. At this point, I'm over it. So I rip off the shirt and I put a dry one on. I tell him he needs to put on his pants and he refuses. Now I need to describe his outfit. This man was wearing a comic t-shirt, some sweats, and long knee-high socks. Ew, so I bet you them socks was all wet. He had a whole fit on, okay? So I'm really over this whole situation. I'm trying to take these sweats off, and I notice this man has a full leg cast on. What? What are you doing, bro? I didn't know the man was injured. We be walking all day. Oh, How do you hide a cast? We should have known. You should have known, though. This man got on thigh-high socks like a cheerleader. Like, what the hell? Like, what? So, I didn't know he hurt his leg. I was apologizing, telling him I'm sorry I got it wet. And he just told me it's okay. So, I tell him, okay, well, you need to take your boxers on and put some dry pants on. And he telling me that I need to do it for him. Sir, huh? He's all laughing, and me and Ken are literally so freaked out. Ken has a boyfriend, and he says he's not about to involve himself in this foolery, and he left me alone in the shower with this drunk little person. Oh my God. At this point, I've already seen this man half naked, so I thought, I'll just close my eyes, take the boxers. Girl, you know what I would have did? I would have put the dry pants over the soiled boxers. I would have hosed. Shout out for the follow. Thank you so much. I would have hosed them down, got all the throw up off, and then I would have put the dry sweats over the wet, clean boxers. And you about to sleep on the floor. Or you could sleep in the tub, because I'm not your mom and we're grown and this is college. Oh my gosh. So I'm closing my eyes. I'm pulling his boxers down. You're doing it? You're really doing it? You doing it? Bruh. I'm pulling his boxers over the cast. So I pull and he falls to the shower floor. I pull harder, as hard as I can, and girl, it wasn't a cast. It was a prosthetic leg. I just pulled off this man's prosthetic leg trying to take off his boxers. What? This is too much. So he had a fake leg that wasn't even a cast. I screamed because I'm confused, and he just laughing at me. And Ken came back because he's confused, and he sees the leg on the floor and he starts screaming. Then John picks the leg up and throws it at Ken. Y'all so funny talking about, yeah, you can lay down. Look. What is this? Ken ran out the bathroom, and I told John to put his leg back on so I could get him dressed. Oh my gosh. That is where the story ends. A few members successfully cleaned the white carpet, but 15 minutes later, tell me why John threw up again all over himself, and we had to clean him again. At this point, I was ready to fight him. The next morning, he wakes up and he didn't remember anything. When I tell John all the things that happened, he asked if we were all surprised about his leg. He was still laughing and joking like it was funny. If I wasn't president, I would have cursed his ass out. Anyways, I hope y'all got a little kick out of this wild ass story. I randomly remembered it and thought it would be a fun break from all the relationship drama. No shade. Just so you can put a face to a name. Here are some pics of me. Love ya. Keep doing your thing. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you look so cute. Look at your afro. Girl, I wouldn't know what to do. If you was in charge of me and you was the president, I would just do everything you told me to do, girl. I would have told, if I was him, I would have been like, yeah, I need her to take my boxers off too. Like, what do you mean? You are so cute. What? You are like, it's like, you know how some people are cute and then some people are baddies? She could do both. Like, she literally is giving intellectual baddie. Like, so cute. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, that would have scared me. Right, talking about put your leg back on and let's go is wild. Is wild to me. Like, wow. That is crazy. What the hell? Not the leg. Put your leg back on is crazy. This is a perfect show to watch if you're like at work, you're working out, and you just want something to, you know, kiki about. The first story is called Heartbreak Hotel, and that is where the title of the stream came from. The second one is My sister ruined us a potential for true love. That's a lot. How did she do that? What's going on here? I don't know. And then the last one doesn't have to do with relationships, but I gotta read it. I can't be skipping stuff. You know, this is where it goes down. Okay. It's called My Aunt and I Fought Over Breakfast, and she told everybody I jumped her. That's the whole story right there. Like, what more do we got what more do we got to do? I don't know. But I do have the live chat that I'm going to be putting on the screen to get advice from you guys whenever it comes to that point. Shout out to you. Shout out to Big Mama for subscribing with Prime. Yes, y'all get a nice little discount if you subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate y'all so much. Yes, Auntie got jumped. That's very unfortunate. Some elders be so dramatic. Like, girl, nobody jumped you. Calm down. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this heartbreak one. Like, shout out to oh my gosh, she sent me pictures. Hold on. Hold up. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. She looks very young in this picture. This boy looks very young. Oh my gosh. Let me shut up. Let me keep my opinions to myself. Y'all, make sure you got your water. Make sure you got whatever you use to make yourself relax, because it's about to get ridiculous real fast, because I could tell. So, hey girl, I have been watching your tribe teas and binging on them for a minute. Well, I hope you are still binging, because today's your day, girlie. So it all starts at the end of July in 2019. And I was messing around with a lot of guys trying to find love in one of them. Girl, I don't know if you're going to find love doing that, but it's you can get some stories on the way. Like Anaya said in the chat, not true love. But she said they were all mostly one night stands, and I came across this guy I used to go to school with. Y'all, I said this on another stream before, but like, if you are gonna hook up from somebody from like high school or something like that as an adult, don't ever talk about it, because everybody else is gonna be talking about it. But who is everybody? Hopefully nobody, if you still don't associate with that crowd. You get what I'm saying? But just know it will be talked about, because the only person who's going to know you that he can go and talk on his little meet about is your high school people. So, you know, we're grown. You do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, it is what it is. So we're going to call this guy M. So stuff was good in the beginning until I realized what kind of person he was because of how he spoke to me. He would call me nasty because I told him how many bodies I had accumulated. Here's the thing, Mr. M. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna just keep calling him M because I was about to call him something else and be nasty. But here's my thing, Mr. M. Did you smash at this point? Like, did you already smash before or after you knew? But I don't know. I just feel like it's so juvenile to be on some body count type crap because it's like, how many times have you guys hooked up? Isn't that the same equivalent to, I just think it's dumb. I think it's juvenile. But if he's that insecure, he's obviously doesn't have that big of a problem because he keeps hitting. So I don't know. But why do you keep letting him hit when he's being disrespectful, and specifically about your body too? Like, I would have been like, so what does that make you? What? Yeah, y'all in the chat are saying, nah, you got to leave them high school hookups in the past. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm out of that phase of my life, but it's like, not to be a prude or nothing, but I agree. I wouldn't smash nobody from high school. She said he would call her out her name. He would call her the B word. See, that right there, I would have just had to go. I couldn't do that. He would control the ways that I dressed. Okay, so now we're getting into some serious territory here. Now we are, yeah. I don't know about y'all. Maybe I don't watch one too many Lifetime movies, but when you start controlling how a girl dress, that's like level below you about to start throwing hands. Am I tripping? Because why are you controlling how somebody dress? He controlled the ways I dress and who I was allowed to speak to. He even tried to get in the way of my family. Okay, now that is a for sure sign that he will mollywop your ass. Like, he's trying to alienate you from your family. Run. I wasn't perfect either, though. As I was talking to him, I was talking to my ex. Oh my God. Girl, honestly though, I would have just like broke up with him and did me, because obviously that ex is an ex for a reason. But yes, definitely red flag on the play. I agree. An ex is an ex for a reason, right? But you could have just broke up with him because this man is unhinged. I wouldn't want to be on his bad side. I don't know. But you was definitely playing the game there. Very dangerous game, but you playing the game nonetheless. Jeez. So honestly, I just ignored his behavior because I was doing my dirt. So he was going through some stuff. So I just thought, okay, I'll be lenient because of that. But that was a mistake. So December comes around and he starts losing interest. He starts texting me less and less every day. And I kind of took it as he wanted to be left alone because he had a loss in his family around this time. He sold me a fantasy and false promises. Girl, and what was that? Because it just seems like he's just not nice. He does not seem very nice. Like, what false promises are we doing? Right, y'all talking about you don't cheat on the unhinged ones. That's what I'm saying. Like, when was he nice? Okay. My birthday is the beginning of January. Shout out to all the Capricorns in the chat. Shout out to y'all if y'all are watching. And he promised to take me out and get me something when the time came. And all I did that day was stay in my bed and cry. Oh no. I allowed this off and on to go around until about April. We would constantly fight about stuff and somehow it would always be my fault. So we got into a huge argument and he told me to leave him and that he didn't want me anymore. So that is exactly what I did. And I'm glad because I was getting a little scared for a second there. Like, how much can a person tell you they don't want you with their actions? Golly, he was just trying to drive you away with everything he had and his little bad spirit. Let's just say that. So after that, I did not talk to him for 3 to 4 months. Damn, that's a long time. I'll give you that. That's a long time because I see how young y'all look. Like, yeah, she said at the time they were 19, 18. Yeah, I could tell, like, y'all look young. So that's impressive for y'all. I'll give you that. But they didn't talk for 3 to 4 months. I was hurt. It hurt because I didn't have someone to, basically she didn't have anybody to love on her and smash on her. But I'm like, girl, that man did not sound like he was loving on you at all. And I really thought like he was the whole package and he had it all, but he barely had anything for himself. Look, if any person is promising you anything major below the age of 25, they better be doing something really spectacular, because I don't know, I'm looking at this little bean of a man. I wouldn't have expected him to get me a taquito from Taco Bell. Like, no shade. No shade. And then like, shoot, not even to just, get in on him, even though he was emotionally abusive. You were cheating on him. It's not like y'all relationship was on this like holy moral ground. You was cheating on him. You wasn't leaving your ex alone. This is just a mess on all sides, honestly. So he was heartbroken for a minute. Oh wait, hold on. So I texted him and I told him I wanted it to be purely hookups between us. Girl, you are being so toxic. I found out that he had been talking to this other girl that we went to school with. I told you, all of them just be talking to each other and hanging out with each other. Like if you didn't care, then cool. If you do care, then it's like, why are you even doing that in the first place? Like, I don't know. As messy as this sounds, knowing this information, I still talked to him. So that means he was most likely cheating on you too when y'all were together. Like, y'all are a bunch of low down, dirty dogs. Like, what's the point of even putting titles on it? Why don't y'all just be like friends with benefits or oh yeah, because y'all are young as hell and it wouldn't work. Why don't y'all just go to school? I don't know. Get a job, Al. Do something. I don't know. I found out he'd been talking to the other girl. I'm still talking to him anyway. And I started hooking up with him. So we start hanging out more, and his girlfriend eventually found out. Oh my God, she gonna beat your ass. He was posting pictures in my room and some more stuff. And my room is very distinct and recognizable. And she also has me on Snap. What'd I tell y'all about Snapchat? We getting y'all cased up. All the way cased up. Oh my gosh. He was heartbroken. Why was he heartbroken? What was he heartbroken about? He's getting everything he wants. He's having his cake and eating it. Like, all of y'all are really. I feel bad for the new girl in this situation. She don't know how lit y'all are. Like, y'all said, is this Krayshawn on a burner account? Like, yo, what is this? So he was heartbroken. And here comes me, the God complex Capricorn, thinking I could save him. By the way, he is a toxic Pisces, y'all. Child, shout out to all the Pisces in the chat. I know y'all aren't all bad. Oh, God. Jeez. So I'm talking to him about it and trying to make him feel better. And time goes on, like it's 2 months or something. And I get a shitload of money. Oh, okay. And I spend a lot of it on him. Why? Wait, slow down. So you got a little settlement or something and you about to spend it on him? I got girl, you were such a baby. I can't wait to hear your update about this so you can look back at this and laugh. My girl says she got a shitload of money. My girl got $1,250, $1,200 and $500. Don't get me wrong. In this economy, I could go for a little band right now. If somebody wants to, donate a little $1,250, I'll eat that up. Don't get me wrong. But my dog says she got a shitload of money. Well, if you only got that much, how much did you give him? How much did you give him? I spent a lot on him. So you spent that much on him. Oh no, that's too much to be gifting a boy that's not your man. I'm also getting this dude blunts and food. Not he smoked, not he got a habit. I'm like, bro, you don't know. You too broke to have a habit, friend. You can't have a freaking habit. And no, this is too much. So I'm really doing it all. Next thing you know, he says he doesn't want a relationship. And I understood, and I told him what I wanted and made myself clear. What do you want? What do you want, friend? I'm confused. I don't get it. What do you want? Oh my God. So boom. I told him what I want. So now we're in November. And the beginning of November was just like us talking about what do we want. I never knew it was this hard. He'd been acting ungrateful, and after what I did for him and saying I deserve better, so I took matters into my own hands and stopped talking to him. Okay, for how long though? How long y'all think this gonna last? I accepted that I did not need him. I was good on my own. My mental health was in check. My money was in check. I am good. I was really serious about it. I was done with him after repeating the same cycle. So I stopped, and here he comes texting me talking about, I don't like this. It's getting to my head. I just need to talk to you. I don't want you to leave. Toxic. He said, I need some more money, because what the hell? And over here crying, talking about he want his cake and eat it too, and he's sad, and yeah, all of that jazz. She said, you know what? I'm starting to question if I should or not because I am in love with him. Girl, why? How? What is even happening? I really do. And maybe it's because he just ain't right for me and he told me he was going to change and does what he has to. But honestly, I was just thinking this was another one of his games to sweet talk me into getting back with him, even though I started talking to him again. Girl, you're doing too much. Like, what? Why are you still I would have blocked it. This is not love. Just because somebody is giving you all this attention does not mean it's love. It's just a lot of attention. Like, he is a control freak. He likes to control what people wear, what they say, who they talk to. No. And he knows that what he's doing is not normal. So he's like, damn, I'm not going to find another girl like the girl that I have right now that'll be okay with this. Look, I told him, if you want me, you got to make it known and make it so I can really see that you want me. I'm not doing these games anymore. Like, period. That's all I need. Just be my ride or die. I don't even have friends, nor do I want any. Damn. People are just not it to me. I'm a loner, but I'll really do anything and everything for the person I love. And I know that I have to be selective about giving to people, but it's what I do. Girl, how do you know you love him? If anything, you really, really like this guy. Like, let's keep it about. You really like this guy. Because he's stuck around you for your BS and you stuck with him for y'all BS and y'all both young and crazy. This is not love. And then it's also not healthy to sacrifice your own life and your own growth and forming new relationships with people that aren't sexual just because you got a boyfriend. Don't do it. You'll be robbing yourself of like so many cool experiences and meeting so many cool people. Like, and I know right now you're like, oh, people ain't for me. Trust, you're gonna find your tribe. It's not gonna be like that, you know. Shout out to AJ. He just got up in here. What's up? That's my story. Here, I'm gonna put y'all chat on the screen. That's my story. Girls and guys and everything in between, don't accept low vibrational behavior. If you see the signs, take them. People constantly tell on themselves through their actions and words. Even if you do everything for them, there will be someone out there for you. Shoot, honestly, you need to go through some stuff to really see clearly. And this case brought me a lot of self-love validation within myself. But I'm at a point where I really don't know what to do because he can change, but I don't really know. I'd like your thoughts, but please keep your damn opinions to yourself. Well, friend, that don't make no freaking sense. You said you don't know what to do. You would like our thoughts, but you don't want our opinions? That ain't making that much sense, friend. It sounds to me like you already know this is a bad situation and you don't want to face the music, you know? If, you know, it's one thing if you have an infidelity or whatever and y'all both come to the agreement because y'all are both cheating ass young people, and you continue the relationship and you keep it going, you know? Y'all talking about, first of all, don't cuss at us. No, for real. I'm like, girl, what do you want from us? What do you want from me? Like, what? But yeah, I mean, that's your business if you want to keep doing that. But honestly, this guy, if you're asking us if he's it or not, thoughts? Well, I'm thinking that he's really not it, and you should probably get out of there before you get knocked up, because he seems very controlling, and like, exactly like Anaya said, like, he has to want to change himself. Trip said, when the person who you it's talking about when the person you work with is freaking annoying, so you tune them out. Look, been there. Shout out to all my people on the clock. Shout out to all my people at work listening in. But yeah, he has to want to change. And usually when guys realize that they can do certain stuff and get away with it, they usually won't change because there's no incentive to change. Like, there's really, like, for what? Like, I'm gonna just get the same thing anyway. With girls, it's more so like, you realize, like, oh man, I want to get serious, so I'm gonna stop dating all these dudes. I'm gonna stop being with my ex. And you might actually do that, but he's not gonna believe it. So it's the trust is just gone. The trust is non-existent. It is what it is, you know. And shout out to anybody that just got up in here. What's up, Shaniqua? How you doing? But yeah, even though you didn't want our opinions, that's that. You look very cute, and he looks like a fuckboy. Like, I would be scared. But you also look like a fuck girl. You look like, you know, baddie of the night. Don't get it fucked up. But yeah, nothing's wrong with being single. You're young, you're pretty. He's young. I guess has prospects. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get on to the next story. This next one is called My Sister Ruined a Potential True Love for Me, an amazing husband for her. I wonder if this is like an arranged marriage situation. What y'all think? I don't know. Let's get into it. It's very long. It's very, very long. But this was sent to me by like a really avid TRIBETEA listener, viewer. So shout out to them. I'm glad that you've been so patient with me. So, in this story, there are a couple of people involved, but only because it's necessary. Oh my goodness. It gets a little confusing when y'all be putting in too many characters. So, we have my sister and her fiance, my boyfriend at the time, as well as his parents, and then my own. So the whole situation caused me to feel genuinely upset for some months. And I felt highly defeated because the people involved and how they were involved. And maybe you'll see why. So I was in college when this happened, and at the time I had not been doing so well. The major I chose required physics, and I was failing in that and not being the most academically inclined. To change it up and get my act together, I started studying more but looking for a tutor as well. And I found a guy. Oh, Lord. And I found a guy in his second to last year of college, and he was practically a genius, even to the extent of being on a full ride scholarship. I met up with him and we hit it off immediately, and I started getting feelings, but I could feel that he still viewed me in like a platonic, we're just friends type of way. Oh, so she wants her. She said, look, I like him because he got a lot of stuff going on, you know? Shout out to Sonder in the chat. What's up to Ari too? Hey. What's up, y'all? But yeah, she said he's only looking at her like just a friend right now. So I maybe might even allegedly go as far as saying I already love this man. It was just something that confused me when I expressed that I liked him. He told me he did not like me back. Not because he was bad or anything, but just because he didn't. Girl, I mean, sometimes it is what it is. Like, you're not everybody's type. I'm not everybody's type. You watching's not everybody's like. It just is what it is. Even if somebody you like deem or think is beneath you in looks, the looks department or something like girl, you'd be surprised. So stay humble, keep it cute. You never know, right? So yeah, he was like, I'm not really into that. He was super nice, and it wasn't awkward between us after. The first couple of weeks, I was still awkward about the situation, not having any experience concerning guys, steering clear away from guys, and you will see why later. So he is a no-nonsense guy and got straight to the point telling me there was no need to be childish about it as it was something normal. He wasn't going to crucify me for having feelings, and if he ended up feeling the same way or not, he would tell me. So it wasn't a complete no. It was just like a maybe. We'll work on it. Okay. Maybe he's like Pan or something. You know, he has to figure out if he likes you or not. Or I don't know. So he still treated me the same, but began opening up a little more and even going as far as hanging out with me publicly, which was something we didn't do. He began calling me more and we began to be a little closer as friends. And my friends even asked me if anything was going on because of the sudden shift. And I noticed it, but I never brought it up. I began feeling somewhat hopeful at the idea that he might like me, but shut it down. One day, as some sort of celebration for getting my grades up, he offered to cook us dinner. Oh my gosh, girl, like what is going on right now? There's something going on. So he offered to cook us dinner, and I thought nothing of it as we've hung out before. But when he pulled out a candlelight dinner, okay. In as much as, yes, he was a gentleman, he wasn't all that materialistic, but he had shown that he could take care of any girl he could have. And he was more stoic than anything. And she said he was a little antisocial type. Okay, girl. And she said she was into that whole thing. So I was a blubbering mess. I'm stuttering. I'm trying to get myself together. And I'm not even drunk yet. I did end up getting drunk and loosening up, but not to the extent that I can't like remember what happened or anything. The thing was chill. And we finished the whole meal and started chilling casually. And we decided I would sleep over so I wouldn't drive drunk. And this is the guy I would trust with my drinks at a club because he was just amazing. Y'all better be careful with these. Later on that night, though we began cozying up and we did end up kissing, he told me that he did catch feelings. And I'm like, really? That is where everything ended, though. We entered a relationship, and I figured the reason he had been so serious and no nonsense was that he had been forced to grow up as a kid due to family issues, and he has a younger disabled brother. Oh my gosh. and being protective over his little sister as well as dysfunctional parents. In high school, my sister had always been that it girl, so I was always in her shadow, and any crushes I had only ever got close to me to get close to her. It was kind of a blow to my self-esteem, and again, with being compared by everybody, including my parents, I forced myself in the shadows, not bothering with anything and just moving through high school. She was more academic, athletic, pretty, and overall well-rounded. Especially harsh critique from my parents was something that beat me down even more and even influenced my college decisions, as I wanted to be as far away as possible. Damn, that's sad. This sounds like a lot of competition, and I already know the title of this, so I'm just like really scared about what's going to happen, because you deserve happiness too, friend. So the holidays came, and he actually lived not too far from my childhood home, and this was something that comes into play later. We departed, but made plans to meet his family, excluding his father, but give each other space. I wanted to tell my parents that I finally had a serious boyfriend. I even told my sister beforehand, and she encouraged me to do so. Okay, so at least your sister's nice. Like, she's not a bitch. That's cool. So I did tell my parents, and seconds later, she decided it was best to announce that she had a fiance and she was pregnant. Whoa. Wow. So sis was like, oh, no, yeah, you can have the floor. Are you done? Okay, so yeah, I'm engaged and knocked up. What? How can you top that? It's like, okay, you have a boyfriend. That's cute. Wow. Talk about attention hungry. Talk about stealing the room. Whoa. Well, I mean, it's not like she can control, it was going to happen before. But it's like, damn, this is a time and a place. She said, look, I'm going to just have my moment. Not you said, you should have just hit her. Yo, oh my gosh. Oh, cool. Nyala's in here too. Hold on. I'm about to add you as a mod also, because you're already a mod. And so all the pressure don't got to be on Anaya also. But yes, that's wild. It's like there's a time and a place. Y'all could have done that later. Really? Make sure I spelled that right. Okay. Boom. Did I spell your name right? I really hope I did. Oh, bet. Okay, cool. Because I can't really see that well with these damn lashes on. Okay. So, wow. But yeah, she could have like chose dinner, maybe dessert, maybe brunch the next day, So, my gosh, she sprang that out of nowhere. And I was skeptical, but since she is the golden child, my parents dismissed it. I was upset, really, because she knew what I was going to say. And for a moment, attention wasn't on her and she took it away. I ignored it, but was salty and ended up leaving dinner early. Oh, man. And not they didn't care. That's the funny thing about the golden child. They can do deplorable shit. Like, they could literally fuck up their whole life, and the parent will just be glad because they'll get to baby them a little bit more. They won't care that this whole adult is fucking up their life. The next day, she said, we were meeting said fiance. So they never even met this man before. And I had been forced to help around the house when I wasn't even excited to meet him. In fact, I had been so over it because all I heard was how much better than me in literally everything she is. They even went as far to insinuate how her fiance was better than my boyfriend, which I found disrespectful. I swear on everything I love, if your boyfriend, your little college boyfriend, is your sister's fiance, I swear. I would just, oh my God, I would just cease to exist. Oh my goodness. They hadn't even met him, but my family, including the extended side, was incredibly passive aggressive. I ended up loving my sister's fiance. Okay, so it's not the same guy. He was ultimately sweet and super kind. He was excited for the baby, and we ended up gushing over the prospect while my sister went for a telephone conference. He ended up even showing me all the parenting ebooks he was reading, and that all his Google history search was full of baby stuff. And he was very cute and nerdy, despite at the time only being 24. So, to compress it for you, I walked in on my sister cheating on her husband with a man that looked old enough to be our father. I went in on her because I knew damn well I would find a way to be dragged into the mess, and I was. See, the key is to not get dragged into people's BS, is to just pretend like it's not going on and to just distance yourself, because there are some people in the world who misery does love company, and they have to drag others down with them, or else their little plots won't work. So what you got to do is ignore the hell out of that person. Like, I would have literally opened the door, saw her cheating, and then slowly closed it and walked away. Like, I'm good over here. Being upset, I forced myself out the house with an overnight bag, oh my God, and a hotel pre-booked. The holiday was meant relaxing, and right now both my parents and sister had severely pissed me off. Them being passive-aggressive and sometimes using me as a verbal punching bag, I was just ready to spend the vacay by myself. I got a good hotel, and me being upset, I called my boyfriend. He was sweet enough to listen to me vent about everything and even offered to pay for the hotel. Okay. Or if I wanted to stay with his family, okay. He ended up telling me that his mom and dad were possibly getting back together. Oh my gosh. And they were going out for a dinner to try to reintroduce their relationship. He thought it would be nice to have me by his side, and I agreed. OMG. This is a lot. How is your sister possibly going to ruin this? Tell me why his sister, oh my God, tell me why his father is the same man my sister has been talking to. I was livid when he proceeded to kiss my boyfriend's mother and sweet talk her like it was nothing. It was upsetting, and I acted like it was all fine, but when in reality it wasn't. What would y'all have done? Because honestly, I would have had to pull somebody aside. I would have had to pull my boyfriend aside. I would have been like, it's him. It's him. It's him. We gotta go. It's him. Like, I'm telling you, you would have got so much more cool points if you would have just kept it a buck and would have been like, it's him. And if they were to cut you off for being real, then that's them, you know, because that would just let you know, damn, cheating really is in your blood, because this is not okay. And the mom actually might really like you more because y'all said no, no, you're right, because how's that wedding gonna look? Like, what? Man, look. You said I would have told. I would have told too. I would have told so quick. She confessed to everyone. My parents, my boyfriend's parents, as well as her. It wasn't any smooth transition, though, as it blew up in our faces. There was a lot of drama, tears, and fights to go on. And in the end, my sister left the most untouched as compared to everyone else. When the discussion of my boyfriend came up, I saw red, especially when I was told I had to end the relationship with him. Ew. My sister would be giving birth to the baby, and that baby would have created some sort of familial bond with him, and it would have been something akin to incestuous. How? Unless the baby is the old man's baby and that's his brother.
What upset me is when my sister decided openly to keep relations with this man. When my boyfriend found out and I wasn't the one to break the news to him, he was livid. I would be mad too. That you should have came to him about that. The whole situation escalated and I found myself trapped in a rock and a hard place. We broke up on the spot, both high off emotions, and later on I started bawling my eyes out, feeling defeated. We went back to school and we stopped talking to one another entirely, cutting off all contact. His graduation party, at the time, my sister had already given birth and the kid was a couple months. I guess I wanted closure, so I went. I forced him to talk to me and we did. We cleared the air and it was so overly emotional. I am an overly sensitive person. But the thing that hurt me more than anything else, because it felt like more like a goodbye, and he refused to take back the promise ring he gave me. Oh my gosh. We departed and went separate ways, and a couple of years passed, and guess who I run into? My sister's ex-fiance. He had grown up significantly and had a little glow up. Don't tell me you about to smash this man that your sister been smashing. Like, come on, friend. He had started going to the gym. Okay. And looking back, his feelings were neglected. Oh, so you're going to give him some pity puss? Really, friend? Oh my God. We sat down and talked about it, and he never got into a relationship after my sister. He proposed to her. That's a big deal. That's not no little shit. I had minimal contact with my family after that, and I expressed that to him. We laid everything out on the table, and we bonded a little, and he was still sweet and sensitive as before, but he had matured in more ways than one. And we began talking casually and eventually began to grow into close friends and then best friends. But then I had removed around then I removed the promise ring. Damn, so you really liked him. I had never seen my sister's ex-fiance in that light, but we did end up sleeping together. I don't know who's more wrong in the situation, you or him. Like, what? Friend, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Maybe, I don't know. I kind of have a theory of maybe why you went along with it on some, oh, well, I mean, I'm never chosen. It's always you got to get through me to get through to her. So this is the time where he chose me over her. But that's not even the case because she sabotaged it. If it were up to him, he would have married her, you know? So if anything, he's a little bit obsessed. And you knew that's just nasty, bro. Why would you smash somebody your sister smashed? That's so gross, man. That's nasty. Ugh. I knew it too because you was just building him up. She said, I did not feel guilty. She had done, wait, what? She was done before me going as far with going. Oh, she has done it in the past with me as far as going after multiple exes of mine. So that's why you thought it was normal because your sister was, Barry, there should not be somebody walking around that can say that they have smashed the brother and the sister. Like, that is so nasty to me. And if somebody was ever bragging to me like, oh no, yeah, like I smashed the brother and I smashed the sister, or like, oh no, I smashed both sisters, gag. Ew. Because how do you do that by accident, bruh? That don't even make no damn sense. She said it was amazing and we ended up bonding over it. I ended up arriving at their anniversary party with him by my arm. What? I was tired of it all, but what I did bad? I hope you see this, and I hope whenever and wherever you are, you have a good day. And I hope you're having a good day while you're reading this too, right? I really, really do miss you in my streams. And they said I haven't been a long time subscriber, but as soon as your stuff was put in my recommended, I've been hooked ever since. Love ya, and thanks for reading. Well, this is wild. This is very wild because what the hell? I wouldn't have smashed him. Because it's like, really? Did you really like him for real? Or do you just like that your sister don't like him? And then your family, bruh, why are they just so cool with like their kids swapping around sexual partners? Like, what the heck? What? Well, you did say they're passive aggressive. So I guess that means they really wouldn't want to be all involved. But it's like, bro, nobody's going to step in and be like, hey, that's not normal. Like, you really shouldn't be trying to lust after someone who has been intimate with your sister. No, for real. They wanted to get their little lick back. They got their little lick back, but I wouldn't take it any serious than that. And then that dude low-key got little problems. Like, that would be a red flag on the play for me if not only is your ex fiance my sister, you have not dated anybody. You have not dated anybody since then. So you have like no experiences or nothing. Like, oh, my sister is still on your mind. So what does that make our relationship? You just want to continue dating my sister and being in our family? Weird. And they thought that your sister having that man's baby was weird. Like, bro, this is wild. So is your sister, I want to know, is your sister still seeing the old man? Is your ex-boyfriend's mother still with her husband? Like, is that relationship still intact? Or did they officially call it quits? Because if I'm not mistaken, they were about to get back together before he started being weird. Right. What would the family reunion look like? Like, is he even involved in that baby's life? I wonder if what's going on with that? And it is pretty odd, but I do know a lot of people who have in-laws that are like on some not related by blood, related by marriage type shit. As long as your kids ain't intermingling, and as long as it's not on some actual incest shit, like what your sister was doing, exactly, that would be inbreeding, dog. Like what your sister was doing, she actually has that man's DNA, you know? That's different. That's way different, bro. But yeah, that's their story. Your sister definitely fumbled the bag, but I guess she was like, I'm trying to go after the dad and get the bigger bag. But yes, this is what Tyga and Black China tried to do with the Kardashians for sure. They tried to backdoor in all different weird angles where it's like it's incest, but it's not. And it's like, bruh, it's not incest, but now you got Kylie. Okay, so Kylie Jenner is King Cairo, that's Black China's son, was King Cairo's stepmom, but also his aunt, because Rob is Dream's father, who he also has with Black China. So King and Dream are sister cousins, brother cousins. That's what would have happened to y'all type shit. Like, it wouldn't have been too crazy, but it would have been a little backwood, you know? It would have been a little something, right? Hey, right, that's that Alabama math. Y'all are funny. I'm gonna get into this last one here. This one's a doozy. I don't even know how you can make something like this long. And that was my thought process when I was reading it on live streams before. But you know what? We're going to figure out today how this could even get to these lengths. So we've got my aunt and I fought over an egg omelet, and she said we jumped her. Wow. Okay. So my youngest brother was getting bullied at school. And for one, she said, hey, Naja, Daniel, and Tribe. Hello. And I will text Daniel at work and let him know you said hi. My youngest brother was getting bullied at school. And with my parents' divorce, and by the way, she at this time is 21. My youngest brother was getting bullied at school. And with my parents' divorce, My father was an abusive cheat. Ooh, girl, join the club, child. Our family wanted to move out and move to another country. It was either move to, I'm not going to spill your tea. I don't know why y'all be doing this. It was one country or the other. One day we wake up and our house was flooded. All of our stuff was wet and moldy, but we couldn't get help because of the virus at the time. So this was like the heat of the virus. So my mom's big sister, who lives in one of the countries that we were planning on moving, offered us to stay at her house until we found our own. I found it weird because I always felt like she was kind of jealous of my mother. And spoiler alert, I was right. Because she's only been married to one guy while my aunt has had 10 husbands and a drug dealer fiance that got arrested for smuggling drugs at an airport. Huh? She knows how to pick them, huh? How do you even have the energy to get married 10 times? I wouldn't even want to waste my time no more. If I had gotten married that much, I guess I could kind of see it. Because if you've been married that much, you just don't care. Like, this is just how I seal my relationships. Pay a little money at the courthouse. I guess. Not my cup of tea, but child, oh my God. Now she's in a relationship with an unemployed alcoholic man that pisses himself when he sleeps. What in the trailer park Tammy is going on? Her new man has 8 children, a wife, a fiance that he's been engaged to for 5 years. Mind you, my aunt has been with him for 8. Oh wow, you just telling all Auntie tea. Okay. Well, looks like you're going to have to go live with her. So, we go over there and my aunt is being weird off the bat. We are all confused, and then she finally says, "Why did you bring all of your children here? I thought you were only going to drop the youngest ones over here." I was really excited because I would have then declared him... What? Oh, she was talking about a sibling. She said she would declare one of the siblings as her own children so that she can move out and get a 3-bedroom house with a garden. But welcome, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot they got like good ass benefits in the UK. We don't got none of that over here. Well, not in the UK, in Europe, wherever. Girl, stop. I've been out of school for a year, okay? Damn. I was looking at that the other day. I'm like, damn, it's about to be 2 years. I've been out of school. Should I go back? Should I get another degree, y'all? Should I go back? Shoot, we'll see. Get these coins up one thing at a time. But we were so shocked because she would even message us on WhatsApp and tell us about how excited she is to see us and can't wait to live with us. My aunt has only one child, a son who is 3 years younger than me, so he's about 17, and he always comes to visit us for the holidays and normally spends 3 months at our house. Oh, hell nah. Baby, you got one kid and you dropping him off for 3 months? Summer vacations too. Like, wow. I mean, granted, I don't think any child should be in the environment that this lady is in. You over here got a grown-ass man pissing in soil on the couch. Right, pissy pant, pop, pop. Nasty. So her son is a weird guy who hates going out and always locks himself in my brother's room. He pisses on our toilet seats and doesn't clean it up. His example is a grown man pissing himself. He cooks while we are asleep and doesn't wash his plates because he is scared. I feel bad for him. He's in survival mode. I feel bad for him. Y'all, and I know this sounds crazy because he's 17, but y'all got to teach him how to, like, bring him in the bathroom and be like, hey, you see this brush right here and this, that's the expectation. You need to clean up this fucking toilet because his mom is clocked out. She don't want to be a parent. That's the vibes I'm getting. I feel bad for bruh. So I have white sheets. Oh, my aunt, whenever she comes here, will force herself to sleep in my room, even though we have a spare room, and she will trash my room with shopping bags. I have white sheets and pillows, and she would sleep with makeup on. And, ugh. And I will have her ugly, unblended makeup all on my pillows. Ew. She left a sanitary pad on my dresser. Bitch, you too old for that. You are too old for that. She always cleans our already clean house and claims that we don't clean it. And if she had our house, it wouldn't look like that. You know what I would do? Scratch what I just said earlier about having him clean up his own stuff. Before he does it, I would bring her into the bathroom, clean the piss off of clean your son's piss off of my toilet. I'd be like, actually, Junior, you don't got to do that. I know I showed you how to do that yesterday, but it's fine. I want you to see your mom do it. I would make that bitch feel so dumb. Like, what do you mean if this was your house? Well, it's not. Auntie Pissy. Right, I feel bad for him too. Because you know he getting bullied at school. You know he getting bullied. Is that the one who was getting bullied? Oh, no, you got another brother getting bullied. So we stayed at her house for a total of 3 months. But on the first week, despite being awkward and my aunt being bossy, we got along okay. The second week of us being there, her useless boyfriend came back from wherever he was at because he has a child and his fiance there, and she changed completely. Everything we did was somewhat not good enough for her. She would embarrass my mother in front of her boyfriend. She would shout at us for no reason, and her son would start hiding food in the fridge. And when we would eat food, he would get in a bad mood. Yeah, this is abusive. Like, it's giving CPS. It's giving CPS. Because I guarantee you there's a reason why he's not allowed in that house over there with his actual kid. Old pissy drunk. That's gross. So all of this is confusing because when he came to our house, the 17-year-old, we never treated him like this. My aunt started to call other family members and lie on us, saying that we broke things in the house, we were trashing the house, we don't clean. Mind you, whenever me and my mother clean her house, she shouts at us and tell us not to touch her stuff, but then would complain and say that nobody likes to help her around the house. Bruh. It's called they want there to be a fucking problem. That's what that is. She also lied and said that me, my mother, and siblings cook our own separate meals. So what if y'all did? I personally don't see the issue considering we're paying for her gas, electric, and would also grocery shop when we do cook. She eats our food and has seconds. Everything in the fridge was bought by me and my mother. We buy food for everyone to eat, but my cousin would hide the food and snacks that we buy because he thinks that it was his own mother that was buying the groceries. Her son, my thing is, little bro, you wasn't eating like this before. He knew that that was coming from y'all house. He's lived with y'all before. He knows what's going on. He is in survival mode. He's like a little gargoyle. I feel so bad for him. A little gremlin just coming out, eating after midnight, turning up. Man. They said the bathroom moldy, toilet seats always sticky and orange and pissy. Ugh. The kitchen was the only clean place in the house, but it always smelled like a rat died in there. Where did y'all store y'all toothbrushes, in the kitchen? Because they always say if your bathroom is dirty and you have your toothbrush, you really shouldn't even be having your toothbrush by the toilet, period, like in proximity. But all that shit, bro, that's not good for your health. It's just not good for you to live like that. It's just not good for you to live like that. While staying there, we weren't allowed to leave the house because she was scared that the neighbors would call the police on her, even though her other neighbors would have like 3 families staying in their house and they threw 3 parties while we were living there. Like, girl, you live in the hood. Nobody give a fuck about, like, everybody's living in there illegally. Come on now. We had to tiptoe to walk in the house because she was scared of her downstairs neighbor for no reason. Her son started being extremely rude towards us, and he would even disrespect my mother. Oh, see, that's when I would have to get his little ass in check. I'll be like, look, my mother had cleaned yo piss off of our toilet seats at my house so that our shit doesn't look orange like yours, and you got the fucking nerve. Oh, I would have got him together. I would have had to pack my little overnight bag that day, like the first story, and go get me a little hotel, or the last story, because yeah, this is a case for Judge Mathis. We need we had to tiptoe to walk in the house because she was scared of the neighbor. Her son started being rude towards my mom. He was only nice to my 18-year-old brother because he's a photographer and has shot pictures for upcoming rappers, and my cousin wants to be a graphic designer. How about this? Your brother could beat his ass. That's why he's nice to your brother. And then where is your brother? Is your brother living here too? Before coming to stay at their house, we had made a group chat, and our cousin would always ignore our messages, but we never really thought anything because we thought we were cool. But then we realized that the only time he's active on the group chat is when he has posted his graphic design stuff on Instagram and wants us to like and comment on it. Anyway, my aunt started lying about me to my family member. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, Shaniqua. Like, bro, I would have, even though I feel bad for him, I would have had to get on him. Like, I would have had to get him the fuck together, because you're being disrespectful to multiple people at this point. Like, I would have just had to do something. So anyway, my aunt starts lying about me to family members, saying that my big age, I can't cook, but you be eating seconds. Okay. Every day for breakfast, she would make food for her boyfriend, but when we make breakfast, it's a problem. She doesn't have a toaster, so we will put bread in the oven, but she'd shout at us and tell us to use the microwave to toast bread. I thought she was going to say put butter on it and put it on a skillet. My girl said put it in a microwave. She said the bread is already cooked, so why are you cooking it? Girl, you're dumber than a box of bricks. Wow. So my mom had finally bought a toaster for us to use and toasted bread, because all my aunt would command us to make for her was toast. When we don't, she calls us lazy and ungrateful. One day, me and my brother got tired of my aunt's trash cooking. She made bean stew, which was cooked 6 months prior to us coming to her house, with soggy rice. Oh my gosh. Her own son doesn't like her cooking either, but he eats it because he is lazy and hates cooking himself. We had ordered takeout because the bean stew was giving everyone the runs. Yo! And we ordered a chicken wrap with fries while my mom and my aunt and her boyfriend were eating freshly cooked food. The food came and we were eating it, and she busted in our cousin's room because we were there and told us to cut half of our chicken wraps with her. And we said no, because that was the only thing we had eaten that day, and the wrap and fries was barely filling, and she slammed the door and cussed us out. This is some struggle shit, bro. This is crazy, bro. This lady is insane. Like, everybody is struggling, and I get poverty does create anger and animosity. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it seems to me like everyone in this situation is just doing what they have to do so they can get out of it. And she is just so happens to have the house, but has no intention of not being shitty or hanging out with shitty people or doing shitty things. Like, One morning, she made breakfast, scrambled eggs with tuna, garlic, onions, eggs, all that, right? For her man, her little pissy man. So I went to the kitchen and I started making an egg omelet. My mother walks in and says, "Oh, make me one too." And I said, "Okay, bring some eggs, please, so it's enough for us both." And she did. A little while after, my aunt walks in and she keeps staring at me while I make the eggs. I paid her no mind. She walks in the kitchen a second time and just keeps smelling my omelet while I'm cooking it, putting her face near it, talking about, ooh. Girl, I would have been like, don't breathe on my food. The third time she walks in, I finish, put the eggs on my plate, and I tried to head out to the living room. She stopped me and she goes, "Thanks for making me an omelet. It looks delicious. What did you put in it?" I said, "Pardon me, your omelet?" And she's like, "Yeah, my omelet." Now we get to what this is really about. She's like, "Yeah, my omelet. I'm hungry." Then tries to snatch mine and my brother's omelet out of my hands. I pull it back and I say, "Wait, Auntie, are you being serious? You also wanted one? Why didn't you just tell me when you came in the kitchen? I would have made you one." And she starts arguing, saying it's my kitchen, my plates, but go ahead, eat the omelet. When you finish, make me one. Girl, no, I am not a slave. Right. They talking to her like you an inmate. I said no because she was there first and she already had breakfast with her boyfriend. She gets angry and she starts trying to snatch the plate and it becomes a back and forth. And she calls me a name and stomps off like a child and slams the bathroom door. What's sad is that my brother couldn't stop the fight because she would have said that we jumped her. Okay, I get what's going on. So, nor to mention the only reason I was making the omelet was because that was going to be the only meal I ate that day because she was forcing bean stew on everyone again. Oh my gosh, bean stew is the devil. Oh my gosh. Long story short, I starved myself the last few weeks while I was there and I never went into the kitchen. I would only eat occasionally if me or my brother order food for my brothers and cousin, even though he was terrible towards us while living there. Yeah, he would have not been a friend of mine after living there. So while looking for houses, she kept muttering under her breath when we would get views for really nice houses that look like our old one. It was flooded. We have now moved out of their house and moved into a temporary 2-bed that has a garden. The house is gross and me and my mom have to share a room. There's mold. Oh no, there's snails. Oh my gosh, neighbors who fight. But honestly, I prefer it here than staying over at my aunt's with all that other nastiness. My aunt and her son didn't even help us move in. Wow. And she threw a party because we left. Oh my gosh, our family members in other countries have finally realized that she was the real villain because when she went back, she treated other families mean too. One night she was drunk and accidentally exposed herself to my aunt because she asked her, "I can't believe that the girl writing in and her siblings jumped you and broke your glasses and they did all this stuff to you." And she was like, "Did they? I don't remember that happening. Those kids were all right. I just don't like their mom." She has everything that I want. How can I be the light-skinned and curvy one? Ooh. And I've been married over and she, yeah, your aunt's a hating ass bitch. Your aunt is a hating ass bitch. So once my mother heard that, she was really upset and started crying. Now none of our family members across the world like her, and she's trying to be nice again, but my mom is not comfortable. Thank you and the tribe for hearing my story. I hope you all realize that it be your own sister sometimes, and they be wanting your downfall. I mean, shoot, we just saw the last one. But I'm just like, damn. So, because I assumed it was on some, she's going to be dramaed out and try to make it seem like we jumped her. But no, she actually went around and told everybody that y'all jumped her. Like, girl, grow up. And it is giving Caribbean family. I was thinking it's giving Caribbean family or North African family. But the places that she's telling me are European. But I mean, they could also live there as well. I mean, it's easier for African people to get to Europe than us in the Caribbean. So I don't know. But again, I don't want to expose too much about her business. But yeah. Thank you guys for following again, by the way. Thank you guys for following and subbing to me on Twitch while we do this new Tribe Tea endeavor. But if anything, this should just show you that like karma is very real. Karma is very, very real, and it will get you. It'll get you one way or the other. Shout out to Carmen for subscribing to my Twitch with Amazon Prime. Guys, remember you can subscribe with Prime and get a little discount. I'm pretty sure it's like free the first month or something.
holiday-esque months, you know. Right, shout out to YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all say hey to YouTube. But yeah, I love holiday-esque tribe teas. So because it's spooky season, we do have some scary stories. I understand these make some people unsettled. I actually really like them. So I'm excited. We have 4 stories today. And the first one is called, Was It a Demon, a Ghost, or Something Else? And honestly, if it were me, I would just hope it was my imagination, child. The next one is, Was I possessed or high? Girl. The third one is, I spoke to my uncle from beyond the grave. Yeah, I would like to have that experience. And the last one is, I think I'm psychic, and it's actually really cool. It's actually a fun time, you know? Not y'all talking about you already scared. Here we go. Well, make sure you guys stay hydrated, take your vitamins. I am still under the weather, y'all. So if you can learn anything from me, take your vitamins and wear your mask outside because people are gnarly out here. But let's get into the first story with that crazy title. Was it a demon, a ghost, or something else? And make sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like the stream, because if you got to this point, you've been here for a minute. Okay. So, hey, Naja, I have been watching your channel since your nipple piercing video. Damn, anytime somebody says that, I'm just like so amazed. And I really enjoy the content you create, your overall vibe, and your energy. Well, thank you so much. Since you've been streaming 3 times a week, congratulations, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I thought I'd write in a scary story for October. My apologies in advance if this is a little long. Oh, per typical tribe member intro. I am 26. I'm a Gemini sun. Friend, does this mean me and you need to like hang out or something? What does this mean? What does it mean when someone has your exact big 3? They said they are a Gemini sun, an Aquarius moon, and a Pisces rising. That is literally my big 3. Do we need to hang out? Girl, we need to hang out. Because what does that even mean? How does that even happen? What were our parents doing that was so in sync? And you're in the chat right now, too. No, I'm actually about to hit you up. I hope that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. I'm just curious. Like, I'm just curious, like, what our conversations and stuff would be like. But anyway, so I've always had spiritual, supernatural things happen to me for as long as I remember. I always had the ability to both hear and sense things outside of the typical 3 senses, sometimes with the sense strong enough to make out a physical description here and there. And as a result, I have scary stories for days, but I will start off with this one. Okay. So, this story takes place when I was in middle school and we moved into this new apartment. The apartment was L-shaped with a long hall stopping in front of my brother's room. Okay. Next to his room was my room, and then my mom's room next to that, which meant the master's. So I'm guessing the main part of the house is like shotgun house, and then the L is the bedrooms, and then you go through the bedrooms. The store, blah, 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 blah. So we're all on the 3rd floor and of the apartment, and all the apartments are styled the same. Like they're all a L. I promise this is going to come in. This is going to matter later. At this time, my mom worked night shifts, so she barely was ever in her room at night. And when she would leave out for work, I could feel this presence appear near the front door. Then I could feel it walk down the hall to my brother, to my room, around my mom's room, and then back to my room and just stand in the doorway. What? I would feel it do this same loop throughout the night, and then it would disappear just before my mom got home. I mean, I know this is some like scary movie white people shit, but like, girl, I would have investigated, I guess. Like, I know that's some white people shit, y'all, but I think I would have investigated. Because, like, what you mean there's somebody shuffling around from room to room? And then you talking about it's a routine. Like, the people be moving on routine type shit. Like, the ghosts be moving on routine. I would disrupt the fuck out that routine. And be like, are you Pop Beelzebub? Or a third option? Because I'm scared. No, for real, stay in one place. That would really help a lot as well. It really would. At first, I thought maybe it was some sort of guardian spirit or angel or whatever. But as things developed, I got more knowledgeable, and I realized that was not the case. Girl, it's giving energy demon that's trying to suck the youth out of you and your siblings or some shit. Because why does it only show up when your mom isn't there? I would have at least like threw something. You know, like when you scared, you'll get a shoe and just like throw it and then like duck back. I would have at least put one of them Johns. As time went on, I went from being able to just sense it moving around the apartment to actively hearing its footsteps. The more I got familiar with its energy, I was able to start seeing a mental description of it. Side note, but after all the things I've been through, I understand why they call things familiar spirits, right? Because it's like, you get the vibe like, oh, I know what this is. I know what's going on here, right? The more familiar I got with its energy, I started seeing the mental description. The mental picture was able, the mental picture I was able to get was a heavy set, dark-skinned man wearing a pinstriped zoot suit and a wide-brimmed hat. Where did you live at this time? You live like in Chicago or like in the city? Like, what is going on? You lived in Little Italy? You got the Al Capone ghost? Oh no. You said you was in the burbs and you saw the zoot suit. They talking about that's your granddaddy. What really started to trip me up was then I could hear it breathing when it was standing in my doorway. I could be standing there for hours at a time. Wait, it could breathe? Friend, it's time to go. It's time to go. When I tell you, in addition to the breathing, it started actually calling out my name in a deep, low voice. And I could even start to smell the thing. Oh, that ain't granddaddy. That sounds like a dead, soiled drunk. Like, what is going on? No, serious. I would have been like, bro, in the name of the Lord, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord. Because what are you? Oh my gosh. What really started to trip me out was then I could hear the breathing. And I asked my mom, who has an even stronger ability to see than me, about it, as we always confirmed with each other when we saw or felt things. But she said she never seen it. And it was because it would never show itself when she was home. That's why I think this is something coming after childlike energy, coming after the kids. Like, because why is he going out of his way to make sure that it does not appear in front of your mother? Like, something's off. The final detail that led me to conclude that this wasn't a good one
was one winter the power went out due to a blizzard and I felt it show up and try to rush at me. What? When it rushed me, it let out a deep, evil laugh. Child. That is not Casper. That's Beelzebub, girl. We would have had to move. We would have had to move. We would have had to move. It's giving you don't want to leave this damn house. Why? Like, what is binding you here? Let me help you. Since we talk about going to investigate and shit, also white people shit. Let me help you. Why are you bound here? Why won't you leave? Like, there ain't nothing wholesome about this ghost. What was even wilder to me was something that our downstairs neighbors said to us as we were moving out. We stopped to chit-chat with them in the hallway, and the mother randomly stopped and looked at my mom and said, "You must really be a night owl because we hear walking around your room all night." After hearing that, my mom and I just looked at each other. They knew it was my mom's room because all the apartments are built exactly the same. Funny enough is that just recently brought up the situation to my mom and told me that they had actually filed complaints against her for all the noise at night. Wow. A moment that girl was throwing shade actually confirmed the things I had been experiencing. Luckily, I haven't ran into that thing since we moved out. And to be honest, they need to go ahead and burn that whole building down. Yes, they do. Because what? Hopefully, I'm in the chat when you read this. You are. What's up? What's up? And can respond to anyone asking questions just for the hell of it. Here's a photo with me with the fam. Girl, when I first saw this picture, all I saw was the background with the pills. And I'm like, yo, where are you at, dude? Like, what the hell? Where are you at? Dude, I love your look. You look so, like, bohemian chill. Loving the vibe. I love your little lock thing at the side. I see you, friend. I see you, Zodiac twin. I see you. Not y'all talking about it sound like a slave spirit. To me, it's giving, you said zoot suit. It's giving Great Depression core. Maybe it was a guy who was stressed out about not providing for the fam because it seemed he's just going up and down, up and down. He never appears when another adult figure is there. I'm even getting the vibe that maybe he was an abusive father because it's like, why are you terrorizing the kids? Again, these are just theories, inferences based off of a paranormal story, you know. I don't think it was a slave spirit. They said it was given, I don't want parts of whatever the hell it was. So when it spoke, all it did was laugh at you, try to scare you, and it only showed up when the mama wasn't home. I don't know. It's giving abusive daddy during the Depression era. Not Great Depression core, right? They said he would just breathe for hours and then say my name while chilling in my door. Shoot, for all you know, because he knows your name, he could be somebody on your mom's side of the family maybe. And maybe he used to do that to her and she put him in his place and he knows not to pop up when she's around. That could be a family member. But it's really weird because as soon as you left that spot, it stopped happening, you know? Maybe it's too personal, but when you left that spot, did your mom continue to work nights? Or was she able to, you know, stay with y'all during the night? Because that could also be a thing too, because, you know, they be getting real active. Yeah, I'm thinking that he probably came to your mom on some spiritual warfare and she put him in fucking check. And then he said, he's like, I'm about to try to comfort the babies. That's what I think. Either that or abusive dad. Shit, it could be abusive granddaddy. You said, damn, she's still working night. I know that's right, bro. They got everybody working nights again now. You said you feel like the mom would have recognized if you described the spirit. I think so too. Shoot, I don't know, but I'm glad it's not following y'all anymore. Or ever, cause shit. Golly. Oh, look at the fam. I just saw the picture of the fam. Oh my goodness, your mom's hair is cute too. Y'all stylish as fuck. Y'all got like very stylish, earthy vibes as a family unit. Like for real. Dude, brothers are so funny. They all do the same shit in pictures. Like, would it kill you to smile? Damn. No, but you are so adorable, bro. Like, what? Where are y'all at? Y'all at like a museum or something? Oh, y'all at that Jay-Z thing. I want to go there. I haven't been there yet. I need to go there. Don't ask how I know what that is just from looking at the picture. Right. I don't know why brothers be doing that. They always act like they don't want to smile. Like, we did not drag you here, sir. But thank you for sharing. That was scary. I'm glad that it's not attached to you anymore. Because he seems very restless. And then from what it sounds like, because I've lived in them too, when they all shape like L's and they all exactly the fucking same, you know, that's usually the PJs or a property that's been there for a long time that was a PJs at some point, and they be harboring a lot of spirits on some Candyman shit. Yeah, I'll be scared. But let me know if any of you guys on YouTube or in the ether, if y'all think y'all know what was going on, please put it in the comments. So let's get to this next story, which I think is going to be funny because I read a scary story like this last week where somebody took an edible and like just got out of their mind. Like, I don't freaking know what happened, girl. I don't even know how it got to that point. But this person says, spooky tribe tea. Was I possessed or was I high? You decide. So, hey, Naja, it's been a few years since I sent in a submission. Well, welcome back, Bookie. Hey, thank you for being brave, bold, and brash. So, being that you're reading spooky stories, I thought that I would submit mine. I've only told a few people about this story, aside from the people that were there and involved. My name is irrelevant to the story, so I'll leave it out. But here's a little background on myself. I am a Christian and a firm believer in Jesus. Hello. I'm not a Bible thumper, though. But having said that, I know that the same way there is good in the world, there is also evil. Yep. Hey. The story happened a few years back. I was active in ministry. Okay. I had a ministry that would travel to different churches to minister. I was in my early 20s at the time, and a few days prior to the story happening, I received news that my grandmother passed away. Oh, man. That's sad, bruh. I'm sorry about that. Ah, Grandma. A few days later, my family had a reunion, and it was the first time all of my family gathered without my grandmother. At the family reunion, my siblings and I were heading home, or after, the family reunion, we were headed home. And when one of them decided, hey, maybe we should smoke, you know, take some of the pressure off. Girl, I want to preface this by saying that I am not a smoker. However, my siblings are avid smokers of the herbal essence. With all of the emotions from the news of my grandmother, and it's still weighing heavy on me, I decided to partake, even though it's not something that I usually do. Also, I forgot to mention that the time I wasn't living at home with my mother, I was living in some people. I was living in some people's house that I was ministering with, and I would go back home to my mother's on the weekend. So you in other people's house. Okay. My mother had recently moved into a home in the inner city. I won't disclose the location, but it's pretty popular. Back to the story. I decided to join my siblings and took about 3 puffs. 3 little poofies. Okay. 3 little poofies. Being that I wasn't a smoker, I was scared to take any more poofies. We were about 5 minutes from my mom's house, and everything was fine and normal. I was giggling and cracking jokes because it was kicking in. Shortly after we arrived at my mom's house, as soon as I stepped foot into that house, everything changed. I instantly felt different. Something else entered my body. And I'm going to take a pause right there and check in with y'all. So, off rip, I don't know what's about to happen, but I do not think it has anything to do with, yes, I am poison ivy. My bad, y'all. Anybody that just came in. I'm not the Uma Thurman version. I really wish I was. It's giving basic Marvel poison ivy, but if I had the little gems, I would have showed out for y'all. But anyway, I don't think it was the za, y'all. I don't think it was the za because usually when you tweak on that shit, it's going to happen. He would have tweaked in front of his cousins before they brought him home type shit. Like, I don't know. Because y'all said they was already mentally going through it. The only way I could think that it could be the za is, you know, when you just started smoking and you had that feeling of like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to my mom's house. Shoot, like even me in my grown age, when I'm just drinking alcohol or something, or fuck that. Just when it's a holiday and I got to go to my mama's house, I get a little, you know, like, so I can see how somebody could also subconsciously psych themselves out because they know they're under the influence at their mother's house. But I don't know. A part of me is like, they would have been tweaking way before they even got home if it was the tree. Y'all say, was it laced? We didn't even get to what it does to him yet. He said he just walked through the door and it felt like something entered his body. Look. Y'all say I could never be on that by myself. What, just be by yourself, just smoking? People do it. Some people do it. I'm some people. I'm just playing. Or am I? Let me fix my baying. They said when they walked into their mama's house, they instantly felt something come into the door. Right. I felt like something entered my body. It was the scariest thing I ever felt. My voice changed. My voice changed. My eyesight felt as though it was clearer than it has ever been. And my walk was different. I started speaking in a heavy Southern accent. I started speaking in tongues and walking through the house, writing things on the wall with my fingers. What? What strain was that? What strain was that? In my poison ivy outfit, what strain was that? That shit got you speaking like, fucking True Blood, Sookie Stackhouse, and drawing on the walls. What was your mom doing that whole time? I know your mom was fucking scared as shit. Oh my God. And I know your cousins. Oh my God. If I was your cousin, I would scoop you up so fast and just put you back in the fucking car. I really feel like because your line of work is so faith-based that when you were tweaking, the only way to calm yourself down or make sense of what was going on was to be faith-based and be like, oh, okay, I'm over here speaking in tongues, writing on the wall. You know, I can't tell you how many times turning up with church-going people, when we be getting drunk or when we smoking the za, they randomly just start singing hymns. They randomly just start, they call them spirits for a reason. Liquor, they call it spirits for a reason. It just, I don't know. I'm not saying that something didn't happen, but I've just noticed that when people are in the church and they do work in that field, usually when they're inebriated, it comes out because you're scared, bro. You're scared, low key. You don't know, but it's the fear because you're not in control. So that's the first thing you go to. Is like, oh, this, I have to make sense of this with the scripture type shit. I've only seen someone in person have the fear and do that once, but almost all the time, all of like the theater people I hang out with, church going people, because they're usually adjacent choir. When we get turned, they be wanting to sing and shit. Okay, and it's usually Kirk Franklin. All right. Anyway, they said they over here. My mind is present, but I had no control of what was taking over me. I recall speaking to my mom and siblings and telling them different things, like prophecies, right? My family was so confused and just didn't know how to react. They were freaked out, to say the least. Smoking didn't affect either of my siblings the way that it did me. I vividly remember being in the basement just throwing up. Oh no. It felt as though I was dispelling something from my body. That's where I stopped walking through the house and speaking in tongues. However, the accent and mannerisms did not go away. Whatever it was wanted me to convince that it being there and controlling me was better for me. Oh, hell no. Naja, tell me that I was this way for 3 whole days. 3 days tweaking? Oh, hell no. 3 days? Yeah, y'all would have had to take me to the hospital and give me some charcoal. I would have been so scared. I would have thought that I was like permanently fucked up for the rest of my life. Like, the crazy thing is, it could have been the gas. Because I'm seeing some of y'all like, bro, that wasn't the gas, baby. That wasn't the gas. The crazy thing is that THC affects people so differently. Like, so differently to the point where you could be full-blooded siblings and it just hit you different. Like, I ain't been wilding for 3 days. That shit crazy, though. When I get back home to my ministry family, they were spooked and confused. I told them the story, and they had so many questions. They didn't confront me head on because they didn't want to battle or antagonize whatever spirit was on me. I found out later, whenever I left the room to shower or slept, that they prayed over me, as they should. I will be praying over your ass too. Scared. They covered me spiritually without me even knowing. On the 3rd day of this entity being attached to me, it finally left. I was in the stockroom of my old job folding clothes while listening to Christian music and worshiping. Suddenly, I felt what was ever on me just leave. I immediately began crying and thanking God. I felt so guilty and ashamed, but I was so thankful to be back to normal. Knowing what I know now, that was definitely a spirit. I don't know no drug that would stay on you for 3 days, like no tree. Like, look, I would be praying too. I wouldn't smoke a single blade of grass. I would be so straight edge after this. Wow. Knowing what I know now, that was definitely a spirit. Whenever you are on substances, you open yourself up. Yes, you do. And receive whatever is out there, especially if you are not spiritually strong. Your guard is down, so it's easier as opposed to being sober. I'm not casting judgment onto anyone. I just want you all to stay safe and prayed up. Nah, for real, bruh. The neighborhood my mom was living in at the time wasn't the best. There was a lot of poverty in the areas and different people going through different things. I'm saying that to say being around that space and under the influence made me more susceptible to a lot spiritually. I thank God for pulling me out of that and restoring me back to normal. This is a cautionary tale. Needless to say, I have never, ever smoked weed again. So tell me what you think. Was I possessed or was I high? Honestly, I think you might have been possessed, only because you are so open spiritually and you are so willing, open and willing spiritually. I could see that if you have been and taken some spirits and you out where you're not supposed to be, you could harbor some stuff on. I have never heard of like it manifesting the way it did for you though, like the different voice and the different way of talking. At most I've seen slurred speech and like you get a normal, like a flu-like sickness type shit, you know? But so let's see what the chat got to say. Y'all say y'all still think it's laced. Y'all said no paranormal. I have smoked and felt high for multiple days. Man, what is y'all smoking? Y'all need to give me some of that. I ain't never had nothing that had me going for multiple days. I wish. That would save me so much money. Yeah, y'all, some of y'all like, it don't last multiple days for me. It lasts multiple days for me. I'm telling you, it affects everybody differently. But like I said earlier, I really, really do think that alcohol is spirits and you open it yourself up. There's a reason why in a lot of ceremonies, alcohol is used. You know, shoot, even in Christianity, watered wine, the blood of Christ, all that stuff, like, there's a reason. But yeah, y'all are calling them Church Bay. I know. I hope Church Bay is okay, because that would really freak me out. That would freak me out. Y'all said that shit sound like Delta 8. No, for real, that shit sounds like a long, drawn out K2 trip. Like, don't sign me up. When I tell you, you said I witnessed somebody freak out by laced trees, and I was ready to call the police, but she said no, and she ended up being okay 10 minutes later. That's one thing. If somebody tells you, like, I'm straight, don't call the cops, don't call the cops. Because if they are not good, they wouldn't even be able to tell you not to do it. And yeah, I would just call the police and get their ass good. Y'all gotta go watch, if you haven't, any of my Twitch people, go on my YouTube channel. I have a story time where I took some bad research chemicals when I was a teenager, and they was about to call the cops. I was like, bro, do not call the freaking cops. We're all gonna go to jail. Like, I'm just out of my fucking mind. Y'all, don't do drugs, dude. Your mind is such a beautiful thing. I feel so blessed that I have my mind. And I know, bro, that sending that story feels so blessed that they have their mind. Like, that is just nothing to fucking play with. It really isn't. It really isn't. But let me know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think it was a possession, or do you think it was El Drugas? Okay, El Drugas. So let's get on to this next story. This one is cool. Like, I really want to have this experience. And it's called I Spoke to My Uncle from Beyond the Grave. I would love to speak to my uncle today. Like, that would make my life. That really would. Just to show him, like, how cool I am. Yeah, that would. Who else got a cool uncle out there, bruh? And that's all you really want to do, is just be like, look how cool I am. Look at all the cool shit you showed me, and look how cool I am. Like, yeah, I would love to have that experience. They said, hey, Naja, I hope all is well. Hey, tribe. I am new to your channel, and I love it. Well, welcome. I love your story times and your tribe teas. Thank you. I am half Haitian as well. Hey, shout out to all my Zoes. And we might be cousins. I mean, we might be. I don't know. We might be, friend. We might be. Oh, and I am a Leo sun, a Virgo moon, and a Cancer rising. Shout out to all the Leos, Virgos, and Cancers in the chat. Oh, and shout out to the Aquas, the Gems, and the Pisces. I forgot to shout y'all out in the other story. So you can have your moment again if you'd like. Girl, not something just fell off a truck outside my window. Hopefully it wasn't anything of value. I'm gonna go outside and scavenge. I'm just like. So, I have a story for you about the time I spoke to my uncle from beyond the grave. It is short, but freaked me out so much. I didn't pray hard for a long time. You didn't pray hard? Oh. My uncle passed away 2 years ago. That's recent. I'm so sorry to hear that. It was sort of sudden because we, the kids, were not told about how serious his illness was. You know, Black people like to keep secrets in the family, especially about health. And it's like, bruh, why? So fast forward to the day he passed away. I was at work. My mom tried to call me, but I didn't get the call. My mom and I aren't close, so her calls abide by my do not disturb rules on my phone. Damn. My father's phone got through since I'm a lot closer with him, and his call does not abide by the do not disturb rules. I was told my uncle, my mother's brother, had passed away. I was really close with him. It was sad to hear because by that time we experienced so much death in our family on both sides. It was just sad. Damn. So I get off the phone with my father. I sat at my desk and I wanted to pray for my uncle. I took out a mug and placed some water in it, right? I prayed and said, "Hey, Uncle Blank, I'm sorry for what happened to you. If you need anything, let me know as you make your transition." Right after that prayer, I swear I heard his voice say, "I'm good," but like with an attitude. Girl, not Uncle Ghost was like, "Bitch, I'm straight. I'm up here kicking it with God. Like, I really have no desire to go and be chilling with y'all on ghetto ass earth." And honestly, that would be me too as a ghost. Like, if my future children, grandchildren want to be on some, "Oh, I hope you're okay," I'm be like, girl, earth is so fucking ghetto. I'm so glad I'm not there. Like, what do you mean? No, for real, not the sassy Uncle Ghost. She was like, he said, "Girl, I'm good," with an attitude. But I laughed, and it was followed by a warm feeling in my chest, as if somebody was like trying to comfort me. Like, girl, I'm good. Like, that's so cool. I immediately felt good. Aw. Oh my God, that's so cute. I can't. I don't know. It just makes me so sad, but happy at the same time. So I told my mom when I called her later, but I don't know if she really believed me. You know, I even told my dad, and he was like, okay. So it freaked me out so much that I did not pray for months. No, girl, thought you said you didn't pray for months. I'm back praying though, guys. Don't worry. I was in a domestic situation a year ago, and I heard my ancestors say, clear as day, pack your shit. Bruh, when I tell you they'll be good for it, I had a message come in from my grandmother on my father's side. I want to say a few months ago, when I felt my anxiety spout starting to wind back up, when I thought I had mastered it, and I had my tool belt and shit, and it was just creeping. And out of nowhere, I got a message from my grandmother that's like, "You're protected. You know I got you, right? Like, you don't need to, you're not really alone for real, you know?" It's crazy how your ancestors, like, will come through when you need it. Because I've been fucking battling with loneliness my whole 20s. But for some fucking reason, in that moment, my ancestors needed to let me know, like, bitch, you're going to fuck your shit up if you keep doing this. Like, you're good. You are blessed. Like, you are protected. You do not need to worry about this bitch, the next bitch, or some evil. Like, you don't got to worry about that. And when I tell you, I have felt so much more connected and so much, like, I don't know. Because not to get too personal, but I always used to envy like my teenage self, like that girl that could tell everybody, "Don't call the ambulance. I'm fucked up. We're not gonna." Like, I wish I could be that reckless, but at the same time, I don't, because I could have died, you know? So to have the balance and to just trust myself again, and just to trust that there are other people, there is me on another plane having my back. Bruh, if you listen, because I'm sure if your ancestors would have never said, pack your shit, you probably would have been stuck with that abusive ass dude for God knows how long, maybe even had a kid. Like, you never know. You never know. You never know. So it's cool that you got back up praying again, And that's another thing that my grandmother told me, because my grandmother is very, very religious. And she told me I need to start praying again. Y'all know how that is when grandmas be telling you need to start praying again. But they say, yeah, her ancestors, when she started praying, told her, you need to pack your stuff and go. And man, I listened, and I did, and I got out. I don't know what they were protecting me from, but I am so happy they did. That's another story, though. Maybe I'll submit it one of these days, because I always have spiritual encounters. I hope the grammar isn't too bad. I just wanted to write like how I talk so y'all could get my personality. No, you're good. Thank you guys for reading. I want to submit more, and I need some advice from folks that do not know me. That is what we are here for, child. You can send it on in. Here's a photo of me, because I see everyone send you them. And I did send this before, like in the summer. So sorry if I'm breaking the rules, but I think this would be perfect for spooky season. Well, I don't remember reading this, but you look so adorable. Look, we got the same chair. Oh my God, we got the same chair. Look at you. I love your top too. I love square neck tops. You killing the game. And she's smart. And she got a degree. I know that's right. Emailing me from your college email. I know that's right, baby. And I'm not going to name drop the school, but just know baby degree is solid anywhere she go. We love a smart queen. Thank you so much for sending in your story. You are so blessed to be able to speak to your ancestors and stuff, because as you could see, a lot of us, all we be getting is freaking shadow creatures and angry zoot suit men. Like, so whenever somebody comes in with a family story, I love it, because it really goes to show that we are not alone. And not to freak any of you guys out, but I'm gonna let you in on like my idea of what I think goes on and why we are able to see ghosts, and why we're able to still talk to family even though they moved on. Because I'm sure you're probably thinking like, well, if you're in heaven, how are you talking to me? So this is my theory, okay? And maybe this is a little too much for Twitch or the live or YouTube, whatever, or the internet. But I'm going to just say it, and then I'm going to move on, because I don't want to freak anybody out. But I really, really believe that time and space for us in this plane is not the same when you leave. So right this moment right now, anybody that's already dead, they have already seen it. So in my brain, I view it as like a big, y'all seen The Good Place, where it's like the Jeremy Bearimy thing? This is how I view it. And if you've seen Futurama, this is like so fucking much. I'm just trying to like make it make sense for y'all. If you've seen Futurama, you know that whenever the professor wants to go in the future, he has to go far, 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 far until he goes to the beginning, Big Bang, and now we're all the way back again. And it just keeps like going like that, right? So how I view it is the people that are already gone can just look at the loop, and just look. And they can be like, okay, what is my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather going to look like? What is my great-great-great-granddaughter going to look like? And they can go up and down and up and down and up and down until they get bored. And then God is going to be like, oh, are you done? Are you good? Like, are you? Because, you know, you'll be like, oh, I'm worried about my daughter. If I leave this plane, who's going to take care of her? God or the universe or whatever you believe in would be like, hey, look. This is what's going to happen. And that's going to happen to her kid. And that's going to happen to their kid. And this is their kid. And that's their kid. And then this is their kid. And then this is when the sun is going to explode. And then humankind ceases to exist. Are you satisfied now? And the soul will be like, yeah, I'm pretty much good. All right, peace. So for us, it seems like, damn, I haven't felt a presence from my uncle since I was 5 years old. But to them, it's literally like seconds. And they're just dipping into different time pockets. That's what I think. That's what I think is going on. Because that's the only reason that makes sense, how a soul can simultaneously go to heaven, but also be stuck. Because if you're like, oh, I don't want to leave. I don't want to know about what goes on to my great-great-greats. I'm just focused on this one fucking house I bought in 1819, and I want to stay in here. That's what I think be happening to certain people. They get fucked up. You know? Like they get fucked up with what they had in their period instead of wanting to. That's what I think be going on, y'all. That's what I think be going on. I'm not going to get into like simulation theory and all that shit, but that's why I think ghosts linger and shit. I don't think they're really like, you know, I just think that's just part of the, you know how they say your life flashes before your eyes? I just think that's part of the replay process when you cross over. And the realms here are just so parallel that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So when they're over here meddling, looking at our shit, sometimes, you know, they might knock down a book. Sometimes, you know, they might, oh, I got the power. I'm about to boogie, nigga. Like, you know, like fucking scare somebody. So that's just how I be thinking about it. That's my little theory. That's my little ghost theory. You know, hopefully I didn't scare anybody. But if you on this part of the stream, you're open to be scared. So, hey, you're never alone. You're never alone. Even when you're taking a shower, you're never alone. Someone's watching. Oh my gosh, let me stop. I'm about to get off topic. I was about to talk about that show, Frogger. Y'all want to do a YouTube video about this topic? We might. It's a little personal, but we could, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to get on to this last story, and it's very short, but interesting looking nonetheless. So I'm going to read it. Take a little swig of this. Okay, I guess I'm finishing this then. Okay. So this last one is called I Think I'm a Psychic, and it's actually really cool. I think everybody's a little psychic. You just got to tap in. So, hey, Naja. Hopefully you remember me. Yes, I do. What is up? I have not seen you in a minute. What's up? They said I have a different YouTube name now because I'm trying to start in a creative venture. Yes, that's what's up. That's so cool. If you want to, I guess I could put a face and personality to the story, and maybe you can give my videos a look. No, I will. That's so cool. Because I haven't seen you in a minute. So, this is kind of along the lines of spooky. It's basically me realizing that I might be a little psychic. I've always had dreams, and they have always seemed to manifest in real life. I won't take you down memory lane, so I'll go more into recent. Like, the first example is when I had a dream that I was in a stick-up, and the robber had me laying on the ground, and he robbed me. And maybe a couple days later, my coworker came in and said that he was in a stick-up in Popeyes. What? It's a stick-up. It's a stick-up. Hey. It's a stick-up. A stick-up in Popeyes is wild. Not in Popeyes, right? Anywhere but Popeyes. The next one that happened, I had a crush on a borrowed, I don't know what this means, but they had a crush on a like a temp worker at their job, I guess. He was a male, and by the way, I am bi. Shout out to all my bi girls, bi boys, okay? Somehow that's just a Tuesday at ATL getting a stick up at the Popeyes is wild. Oh my gosh. So me and the guy, you know, we were just in the dream. We were embracing each other. Like nothing crazy. A simple greeting maybe. And in real life, a few weeks later, we're in the same position. So y'all was hugging each other and he stared in my eyes and said, I'm getting bad deja vu. Oh my gosh. Speaking of another Tuesday in Atlanta. Okay. I've had a dream once that I was in front of my mother's apartment and I was getting chased by a raccoon. And this may be a couple months ago. And recently my sister and mother had to get their landlord to get rid of a raccoon that was loose in the yard in the daytime. Wow. And the last one, this wasn't even mine. I had a tarot card reading. Look, People that are very highly spiritually inclined and shit, and they go and get tarot, it either goes one or two ways. It's either you're the person driving the whole session, or they clocked your tea completely fucking wrong. Like, that's how you could really tell who really trusts their intuition and who doesn't, when you yourself have abilities and you go and see somebody that does tarot or some shit. The card I chose was a picture of a man flying through the sky. The very next day, my coworker told me they had a dream about me, that they had looked up and I was flying over them. Oh my gosh. I have always been in tune, and at this point, I have accepted that I may be like a mutant or something. Girl, what would you say? If anyone has similar experiences, it would be cool to hear some. It's a very cool phenomenon that I'm interested in learning about. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hope to hear from you in the tribe. So I said this, I think last week or the week before. Child, you ain't no damn mutant. You're so funny. But my fiance does this also. He'll have dreams and he'll just call it deja vu when it happens in real life. But I'm like, bro, that's not normal. That's not something that people be doing, bro. Like, he'll have whole dreams that happen, and he'll be like, bruh, I don't even know where I'm at. Like, the house doesn't look familiar, and we're here. Or, like, the place that we're at right now, he used to tell me, like, years ago that he would have dreams of this specific place and be like, I just didn't know where we were, but I just knew that it was a different spot. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? But yeah, you're not alone, bro. Like, it's a mixture of deja vu and dreams matching reality type shit. Like, but I definitely feel like you have some type of abilities, because why would it match up so well? Like, y'all got that too? So yeah, I think it's just some people got it and they're a little bit more inclined than others. Because what the hell? How do you match the dream world with the other world? Like, look, you said that's pretty much what your story is about. You could send it in anyway. I like hearing little weird coincidences like that. It's pretty fucking weird, but I like it. Next week, it looks like we're talking about, we got, my brother was possessed. Oh my gosh, a Ouija board story. Oh fuck. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared, but I'm looking forward to it. So y'all need to tune in next week so that you guys can get your little your fixin' of your creepy stories, because I don't play with Ouija boards, and I will be saging my office before I read that story next week, because I don't play with that shit. I don't play with portals. I don't play with mirrors. I don't do none of that. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Sorry that this stream has to end early today. But you guys can meet me on YouTube a little bit later, and we can shoot the shit in the chat and go through the stories from the week and all that jazz. And thank you guys so much for the follows and subscriptions on Twitch. It helps me out so much. I really appreciate you guys.